Nebraska Public Media Sports is Nebraska's home for championship sports, and we are live at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska for the 2021 Nebraska School Activities Association State High School Football Championships. Our two-day coverage continues this morning in Class C1 as it's the Bluejays of Pierce taking on the 11 seed Columbus Lakeview Vikings. And good morning, everyone. I'm Larry Putney, along with former Husker standout Matt Verzal. It's great to have you with us here at Memorial Stadium. Yesterday, we crowned 3 state champions, starting in the morning as Howells Dodge knocked off Cross County in D2. It was Kennesaw winning the state championship, and Bennington in Class B picking up its first title since 1989. We have 3 more state champions that we will crown today, beginning this morning in C1 with Pierce and Columbus Lakeview. And let's start with Pierce. They've got an outstanding running back in Ben Bramer.
They do. Ben Bramer is a big-bodied kid. He plays all over the field, about 6'4", 6'5". Perfect Nebraska recruit. Big frame to build on. 20 touchdowns on the season. Looking to have a big day from him today.
And on the other side, it's unusual, Matt, to have a kid who leads the team in rushing at the wingback spot.
Correct. Adam Mancleave is that guy. A little bit different size, but tons of speed. And speed kills in this game of football. It will be exciting to see how they use him today in the game.
So it's Columbus, Lakeview, and Pierce. And for more on that battle and showdown and maybe history, let's go down to Sean Callahan.
Yeah, we've got some history potentially here today. Columbus Lakeview has been to the state playoffs 13 times. They have never won a state championship. And then on the other end, we've got a C1 blue blood in Pierce. Mark Bramer, one of the all-time winningest coaches in state history. He won back-to-back championships in 2007 and 2008. They're the defending state champions from a year ago, so they've got a chance to get back-to-back championships twice now under head coach Mark Bramer.
Thank you very much, Sean. You take a look at the schedule for the Pierce Bluejays, and it was that second game in which Columbus Lakeview and Pierce were battling 28-27. Came down to a 2-point conversion late first. That was a terrific game, and that's really the only time, that Pierce was challenged, other than those 2 losses when they, get beat by Boone Central and also Battle Creek. There's a look at the schedule for the Bluejays. Here's the Vikings schedule. They went through that 2-game losing streak, losing to Pierce 28-27, and followed that up with a loss to Wayne at 30-17. And since then, they've been pretty good, knocking off Kearney Catholic in the semifinals. An impressive win for Columbus Lakeview, 31-21.
Yeah, both teams good. You look at that football up in the north, it's hard hitting, it's slobber knocking, it's all of those fun football terms. But that's a gauntlet up there, and you better be ready to play. And they've had the opportunity to play each other this year. I'm excited to see how this goes today.
Yeah, what is it about Northeast Nebraska? Because they come out of there playing some football, don't they?
Hey, man,
yeah.
them big old farm kids, right? You get it.
That's right.
5 a.m. is no big deal to them, moving some hay bales and feeding some cattle. So they know what it's like to put in hard work, and they definitely put in a lot of hard work on the field.
Well, if you have friends or family across the state, maybe the country, or even the world who would like to watch this, you can just download the app, Nebraska Public Media app. Anyone can watch their favorite Nebraska high school football championships. Live streaming also supported through Apple TV and Chromecast. You can get the free app at nebraskapublicmedia.org/apps. See, they're already starting early there, Verz. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
You got look at this.
Hey, it's just
Look at
part
this
of
throw. Yeah, it's impressive.
It is. It was fun. I ran up and watched practice at both schools this week, and it's good to get back in the small communities. It means a ton. You stop in the cafe and grab something and hear the locals tell you the breakdown of the game. So I had a great time this week traveling around the state.
Oh, they'll break it down too.
Oh yeah, they know. Hey, they know. And at first they don't like you there. They're like, "Why are you here? And who are you?"
And who are you?
Right. Now my benefit is I throw in a Verzal. They're like, "Oh yeah, you're one of us. You're here from up here somewhere. You have family in this area."
Yeah, that's great stuff.
But ton of fun. Good to see Coach Frenzen and Coach Bramer and how their crews operate. Great staffs, great kids. They did a ton of great stuff in the practices I saw. Intense, highly motivated, and a lot of fun to see.
Well, we're ready for football here at Memorial Stadium. Time now for the introductions of both of these teams. Let's go to our public address announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Memorial Stadium and the 2021 Nebraska School Activities Association Football Championship Finals. Today's Class C1 State Championship features the Pierce Bluejays and the Columbus Lakeview Vikings. The NSAA is proud to recognize our premier corporate partners for their outstanding support of NSAA activities. U.S. Bank, Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association, Lincoln Orthopedic Center, and Nebraska Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. And now for the introduction of the players and coaches. Here are the starters for the Pierce High Bluejays. Number 1, Ritter A-Strike. Number 3, Matthew Christensen. Number 9, Isaiah Adams. Number 11, Colton Cooper. Number 14, Caden Johnson. Number 25, Seth Premer. Number 44, Michael Curtinrod. Number 50, Colton Fritz. Number 57, Dylan Rydell. Number 66, Nicholas Erickson. And number 89, Max Cooper. The head coach for the Pierce High Bluejays is Mark Bramer. And here are the rest of the Pierce Bluejays.
Defending state champions, they defeated Adams Central last year in the C1 state championship, back to try to make it back-to-back years. They did impressive 10-2 record on the year. Look at the offensive numbers, 435 yards per game, 39, nearly 40 points per contest. And defensively, just as impressive, allowing 22 a game. It's a team that's gotten better throughout the year. Ben Bramer over 1,000 yards receiving, and he's the real deal.
He is. He definitely, I mean, he has every prototype of a body you would want for a tight end.
So now time for the introductions for Columbus Lakeview. Let's go back to Steve Lemon.
And now here are the starters for the Columbus Lakeview Vikings. Number 3, Turner Halverson. Number 4, Brendan Slope. Number 5, Colby Blazer. Number 9, Maxwell Free-Merrick. Number 10, Daniel Carnes. Number 13, Mason Vierguts. Number 21, Braxton Bohr. Number 23, Owen Bargan. Number 25, Brock Mahoney. Number 28, Adam Van Cleve. Number 34, Cooper Tessendorf. Number 41, Landon Turnus. Number 51, Jorge Garcia. Number 52, Jaden Jenkinson. Number 54, Eli Ostin. Number 55, Brennan Haruska. Number 60, Zach Anderson. Number 62, Ashton Stubbert. Number 71, Travis Schock. Number 75, Lyle Kudron. Number 78, Hunter Schock. And number 80, Mason Klug. The head coach for Columbus Lakeview is Kurt Frenzen. And now here are the rest of the Columbus Lakeview Vikings.
So it's Columbus Lakeview, the Vikings, and Pierce for the C1 title this morning here at Memorial Stadium. Vikings got off to a slow start of the year. They were 1-2 through 3 games with those back-to-back losses to Pierce and Wayne, but averaging 378 per game and nearly 40 points, very similar to their rivals today in Pierce. And defensively a little bit better at 14.5 per game.
Yeah, Coach Brenzen and his crew, they are ready to roll and ready to accept this opportunity to get a state championship.
So here's where these two teams come from. Pierce, obviously, Northeast Nebraska up there in Siouxland, and then Columbus Lakeview in Columbus, meeting here at Memorial Stadium. Here's how they got here. Pierce with the win over Ashland Greenwood and Battle Creek, knocked off Battle Creek 21-0, and Lakeview over Boone Central, and a big win over Kearney Catholic 31-21, and a terrific game. Let's go to Steve Lemon for the introduction of our national anthem.
On behalf of the Nebraska School Activities Association and its member schools, welcome to the 2021 NSAA State Football Championship Finals. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Our anthem today will be sung by the Omaha Westside High School Quartet, the Bowtie Boys, under the direction of Doran Johnson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The Bowtie Boys from Omaha Westside getting us starting here at Memorial Stadium. Class C1 title on the line, Pierce and Lakeview, when we come back in Lincoln.
This is a growing corn plant. It's not battery-powered. It doesn't have a 300-mile range, but it's vital in our fight against climate change. Reducing 46% of carbon emissions and producing clean-burning ethanol. Corn ethanol is the climate solution we need now.
Electricity. It makes life easier, more productive, brighter, possible. Yet we only think about it when we don't have it. The next time you're doing, well, anything, think about how electricity makes it all possible. And know we will be there, powering your everyday, every day.
Constellation is a natural gas supplier helping inspire young Nebraskans through hands-on learning. Constellation has given more than $290,000 to 4-H and FFA organizations across the state, helping support youth in your community with opportunities to achieve real-world success. Because we believe that powering communities means empowering our future leaders. With Constellation, a contribution to 4-H and FFA is in the stars.
All right, it's time to talk about us. Not him, not her, not them. Us. Thanks to us, things have been great. In fact, you can find us just about everywhere. Your food, that's us. Your food's food, that's us too. Your fuel, that's us. And should anyone out there happen to doubt us, by all means, just watch us.
Terrific day here at Memorial Stadium. 53 degrees already this morning. We got a kind of a breeze at about 16 mile an hour, but it's out of the south. Should keep things warm today. Here's a look at your officials. Stolman is the referee. Tauber, Frank, Olerking, and once again our red hat is Rick Stromer.
Jealous of everybody participating in this. It's a beautiful day. I'm so excited.
So kicking it off will be the Pierce Bluejays. Columbus Lakeview will receive Ben Bramer to kick it deep. Back deep is Van Cleve for Lakeview, and he is a dangerous returner for Columbus Lakeview.
Thank you to both coaches for putting in both guys we mentioned in the intro.
It worked out well, didn't it? That'll be taken to the 16-yard line, and a return here out past. Said it was dangerous. Look out, far side, got some room. Push and down inside the 20-yard line. But what a fantastic return to open it up for Columbus Lakeview. Van Cleve takes it back.
Couldn't ask for anything better for Columbus Lakeview. Put the ball in the hands of your playmaker. Great blocking up front. And watch this thing happen. A little switcheroo there. They moved Van Cleve up a little bit. Good blocks on the outside, and down the sideline he goes.
It was a little bit of switcheroo, wasn't it? Van Cleve usually a little deep. They switched Moore and Van Cleve, and it went right to Van Cleve. 66-yard return all the way down to the 12. Check that, make it 17-yard line. That's where Lakeview will take over. Colby Blaser in there at quarterback. Behind him is Cooper Tessendorf. Here is the give to Van Cleve, and not much there. That Pierce defense is stout up front, and Keeler makes the play.
They are just little inside zone, got stopped, good lateral movement by the defensive line. Lakeview's gonna have to stay on that block, get a little more push initially.
That'll be a loss of 2, brings up 2nd down and 12. Blaser into the corner. There's Van Cleve, and tipped away at the last minute. Nice job defensively. Van Cleve looked like he had a step, but tipped away by Schulting.
At the practice that I was able to attend, it was a focus of every player, rightfully so, to know where Van Cleve was at all times on the field, because they will put him in different spots. There were disciplines handed out when you didn't know where he was.
Disciplines, say more.
Yes, yes.
So 3rd down and long here for Lakeview. Giving up the middle, but tripped up. Not much there for Landon Turnus.
Yeah, tough running on the inside there. Pierce is rough in the middle. They got big kids. They're good laterally. They move left to right really well. So it'll be tough sledding there for a while.
Bodie Hoffman with the tackle there. And Lakeview on to try a field goal. Here is Mason Klug. This is going to be a 33-yarder for Klug.
Like this call out of the gate, get some points on the board, get your team settled in.
Blaser on the hold. Here is Klug, fires it. And that is good from 33 for Mason Klug, and a quick early lead off a terrific 66-yard return on the kick. Knocks it through. Vikings with the early lead here in Lincoln.
Sometimes you just have to be a little stronger, go a little farther, be a little tougher. This past year was a test to see if we could step up and weather the storm together. We are committed to push a little harder, go a little farther, lean into the challenge, and be tougher together. Aurora and you.
The Nebraska Strong Recovery Project has been supporting Nebraskans impacted by COVID-19, from educators and essential workers to farmers and factory workers. If you or someone you know need crisis counseling, help is available from the Rural Response Hotline, 800-464-0258, or the Nebraska Family Helpline, 888-866-8660. Together, we are Nebraska Strong. Support provided by University of Nebraska Public Policy Center through a crisis counseling program grant.
And welcome back here to the NSAA Class C1 State Championship on Nebraska Public Media. Columbus Lakeview up on top 3-0. And guys, wind is going to be a factor for all three of these games today. We're going to see potentially a day high of 66 degrees, but with that is going to bring 30 to 35 mile an hour winds out of the south. I was actually pretty surprised on that opening kickoff. He had the wind behind him, and that ball only got to the 20-yard line, so that was a surprise. And Columbus Lakeview was able to take advantage of that kick and get it across midfield and get great field position to get those opening points.
Well, you saw it almost be a factor right there, too, Sean, as that just held up almost, looked like a Verzal wedge there. It was going backwards. Down to the 25, it hit a little backspin. Good heady play there for Pierce to get on it.
He did not shank that out into the crowd, so that was, that was not a Verzal. That was not a Verzal wedge. That might have been a little bit better player than me.
So it's at the 29.
The player is safe down there, so it's not my wedge.
Gotcha. All right, so here is the Pierce Blue Jays. Schulting in there at quarterback. They'll give to the running back, Christensen. Christensen with a nice gain on first down, about 7 yards. That'll bring it up second down and short. Christensen, 1,000-yard rusher, and there are the impact players. Vers.
Yeah, Schulting, really impressed with him when I saw him at practice. Kid has great grasp of the offense and also plays defense, so to see him factor in today will be awesome.
Give to the fullback on second down and short. Easily Kutrod with the first down. Past the 40-yard line, out to about the 41.
One way to combat the wind is to make sure that it does not get in the air and just give it to the first guy behind you. The fullback plods ahead, picks up a first down.
Kutrod, 190-pound senior for the Jays. Into the game now. Back at the top of the eye. Maryland eye. Check that, just stacked eye. Now they'll break out of it. Christensen still in the backfield. Schulting gives to Christensen. Right into the middle of that defense. Zach Anderson with a nice play. A gain of about 2.
For all the mothers that attend mom football every Monday night at Paisans, we all know that is a trap. We cover trap quite regularly. Good job there by the defensive tackle of smashing that down, forcing the pulling guard to bounce out a little bit, making the fullback go a little wider, and really disrupting the play.
Got mom's football going on at Paisans, huh?
We do. We had a good class this year. That past years set it up for the future.
Out into the flat, good grab. Little stiff arm there, and there is Ben Bramer. Bramer headed to Nebraska. Talented kid, 6'5", just a junior, 200 pounds, and you saw him. Great hands there on the catch.
Got to respect him a lot on the outside. Give him a little cushion. Runs an out route, catches the ball, and then gets upfield. Good throw here as well. Puts the ball right where he needs it to his big target, Bramer, on the outside.
19-yard gain on the reception by Bramer. 54 catches, 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns for the future Husker. Hands it off in the backfield. That's to the fullback, Kutrod. And Kutrod steps through a couple of tacklers and a nice gain on first down of about 6. Brings up second and 4.
Every coach that I talked to up there in Pierce had made mention of how tough Kutrod is. Maybe need to step up the academic game a little bit, but he's a hard-nosed kid on the football field. They all mentioned it, so I'm going to put it out there.
That's awesome. He's a guy after your own heart, right?
Oh, for sure. Hey, and from the starter practice to the end, the kid smiled. They would do every drill. He's smiling, laughing, hitting people, just having a blast.
Christensen into contact strong. Carries the linebacker Brock Mahoney for a few more yards, and that's a first down. And Pierce with a nice opening drive here at Memorial Stadium.
Really well blocked play out front. You have Pollers coming in front. You've got multiple fullbacks filling on things. Good job of getting through the crease there, right? Just saw a little dash, and away he went up the field. Really, really well executed play by Pierce.
Good opening drive by Pierce.
This is what you expect from them. They want to smash. They have no problem playing this kind of game. They like it, and this is what they would probably rather do, truth be told.
Toss out to Christensen. He's got 2 lead out in front. He cuts back.
Really good vision here by Christensen as he heads to the outside. Sees a little penetration by the linebackers. His backs maybe got a little bit too wide on the play as we see the replay here. Fullbacks maybe get a little wide. Linebackers undercut it. And then he decides to cut back, get up the field. It's a good, strong run there.
Gain of 4 on first down, and they have been on schedule here on this first drive. 2nd and short, 2nd and mid on every drive. And there's a jump on the right side, and it's going to be a false start on the offense. Back them up 5 yards, and this will take you right out of schedule.
Uncharacteristic, but in a game like this in Memorial Stadium.
False start, number 15, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Probably not going to be the most fun conversation at home for Ben Bramer when that happens. But hey, they are high school kids. First big game in Memorial Stadium, so you're going to get a little jumpy every now and then.
And if I know Mark Bramer, it doesn't matter that this is the last game of the year. There's going to be consequences for the whole team when you get back, right?
For sure, for sure. I lived those firsthand.
All right, everybody, Thanksgiving morning. We'll see you there. 2nd down and 11. We'll toss out into the flat, and here is Bramer again.
Little shot
much there, yeah.
Sorry about that. Little shot at redemption there for the coach, trying to get the ball back, get those 5 yards back. He cost the team, but good defense there by Columbus Lakeview. 52 and 54, 2 guys for Lakeview you got to watch. Both guys that play really, really well, hustle around the field, and make a ton of plays. They factored in a lot of things I saw in their practice that they had on Saturday.
52 you're looking at there is Jaden Jenkinson, and Eli Austin is number 54.
Yep. Yeah, tough kids. Austin doubles back and plays some center as well. So they will be a force in the middle there. They're going to have to handle that trap game that Pierce will run at, because they will hit them with that when you least expect it.
3rd and 10, and a timeout called. I didn't see a flag, but it was a timeout.
That's their first charge timeout.
So Mark Bramer didn't like what he saw there, took the timeout, their first on this opening drive. 3rd and 10 for the Jays.
Yeah, everything going as we expected, right?
Yeah.
Pierce wants to play the smash. Columbus Lakeview wants to display their speed. They were able to do that in special teams and then convert with the field goal. So it's been an exciting one so far, and looking forward to more.
Well, good time for you to connect with us on Facebook and on Twitter, kind of our social media platforms. You can add a comment or catch up on the latest Nebraska sports information. Be sure to like Nebraska Public Media Sports. And Big Red Wrap-Up while you're at it. You can join in the conversation. Big Red Wrap-Up moving to a new day this week because of the state championships, which are happening right now, today, here on Tuesday. Big Red Wrap-Up will be tomorrow. They'll review the Wisconsin game, preview the Iowa game. How about Adrian being out? Vers?
Yeah, you hate to see it, but got pretty banged up in that game. He's a tough kid and is giving everything he can.
So much respect.
Yeah, unfortunately not able to play this week. But great opportunity for Smothers and Harburg.
Yeah. So 3rd down and long. Top of the eye is Christensen. Bramer comes in motion. They'll give it right up the middle. Breaks a tackle, breaks 2, spins out of another one. Great gain on the trap on 3rd, or the dive on 3rd and 9.
Yes. Get in a too tight set. Get a too tight set here. You widen Bramer out to the left, and then you fill it in there. It's a one-on-one setup, fullback versus linebacker, and Coontrod was able to win that one. Got them in a position now to go for it here on 4th down.
4th down and 1. Quickly to the line go the Blue Jays. And they'll give it again to Coontrod. He's pushed from behind, and that's going to be very close. And you're right, that was Austin and Jenkinson right there in the middle, piling it up for Lakeview. And they might be short.
I think they're short.
And they are. So the first big defensive stand here for the Vikings in the first quarter on a terrific opening drive by the Blue Jays.
Key to winning these on 4th down. The low man's going to win this. And Austin got down there, took up a couple blockers, was able to get some push in the backfield, which limited the fullback Coontrod from heading up the field further.
So Lakeview with the lead, 3-0 after the field goal on the opening drive, thanks to that 66-yard kick return. Right up the middle.
Lakeview not afraid to run it either. They will put the ball. They will put the ball in the running back's hand, and like I said, they run a lot of inside zone, outside zone. They do have their own trap game, so this is not by any means going to be an air raid type day. There'll be some smash mouth on both sides of this.
Here's a look at the impact players for Lakeview on offense and Pierce on defense. Blaser at the quarterback, and Coontrod we've talked about. Give it to the fullback again. And that's enough for a first down of the carry by Turnus.
Very tough run there by Turnus. Kept his feet churning. Would not refuse to go down there. Watch him as he comes out the outside. It's a little plugged up where he initially wants to go. Puller gets his job done. He gets to the outside. Stumbles forward for a few more yards.
Hand in the ground there to keep his balance. Brings up first down and 10 for Lakeview. Get into the hands of Van Cleve, but not much there for Adam Van Cleve.
Really nice job here by the Pierce defense, right? Anytime you want to be on the outside of a formation, you have to have somebody that's going to, what we call it, Scout, we call it crush. He's got to set that edge. It's a really nice job by the outside linebacker there of setting that crush up, forcing that back inside to his help where his middle linebackers are.
And here is the versatility of Van Cleve. 1,100 rushing, 570 receiving, 26 TDs, and plays 3 sports.
That's a full day.
The keep there by Blaser, and Blaser, a gain of about 6. That's going to bring up third down and 4. Ball will be spotted at the 34.
Vital part of the Lakeview success here is going to be the read of this, right? No outside backer there to stop him, or no defensive end to stop him. Pulls the ball, runs around the corner, picks up 3 or 4.
Good hit again by Schulting from that outside linebacker spot. Third down and 4. Quick hitter out of the flat and incomplete.
Good defense there. Anytime it's incomplete, right? Defensive back said good.
That's
defense.
right, yeah.
Doesn't matter if it got thrown over his head or into the ground.
Yeah, Krogan says I was right there. Addison Krogan, I was all over it.
Tyrone Williams rule. Wherever it goes, it doesn't get caught, you start clapping.
That's right. So on fourth down and 4. Blaser in there to punt it away. Nobody deep now for the Blue Jays.
A little bit of strategy here, punting into the wind. Just go ahead and kick it.
Yep.
See how far you kick it into a 30-mile-an-hour wind.
Got a terrific roll.
Great roll.
Down to the 25. So a good punt into the wind. And Pierce with its second possession of this first quarter upcoming.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. See if Pierce can maintain the momentum, right? They were moving the ball pretty smooth. Everything was going well. Had a little hiccup on a penalty and then got stopped on fourth down. So see if they can pick back up where they left off.
41-yard punt there.
Now, as you see Coach Bramer yelling there, and I told you this earlier, he is yelling about a series of 5 to 6 words. Those 5 to 6 words, if they were in normal conversation, we'd be like, what is this person's problem? Should he be on meds? But to these kids here at this school, they make perfect sense, and they look great on the field.
Terrific carry there by Schulten. Can you give us an example?
Oh, man, I could try. But Coach taunted me a little bit at practice. He said, I wear shorts all the time. And we went through it all. He said, you don't have pants? I'm like, no, I'm good. He said, we're going to run 50 plays. We're on defense, scout. We're going to run 125 on offense.
Wow.
And it gets cold up here in the north. He said, you'll never figure out my offense. I said, great. So I had no clue what he was talking about when he did it. They started running these 125 plays. None of it made sense. He was correct.
Tripped up in the backfield for no gain. That's going to bring up third down and short here for Pierce.
I took my whooping and got back in my car and drove home.
They didn't tell the whole story there, Verse. You had some help from the kids, right?
I did. I cheated. I cheated for quite a while. I was asking the boys, I'm like, hey, what does this mean? Like, can you tell me what this means? They go through the whole story.
Yeah.
It's a different language, so they would tell it and how it spawns off into anything. And I think the lady that serves the lunches was involved in it. She was a play, and they were laughing at me, but it was a ton of fun.
That's terrific. Give to the fullback, and that's Coontrod again. And Coontrod enough for a first down. Out past the 35 to the 37, 38-yard line is where it'll be spotted.
Just basic, simple play design, right? If you want whatever front you want to get into, there's going to be a gap or a bubble that you can take advantage. You get to the first guy through the line, he takes advantage, full head of steam, runs up the field, picks yourself up a first down.
It's a big offensive front for the Blue Jays. Starts with Dawson Arabia up front at the center, 285. Out into the good little out route there to Bramer, and Bramer comes back to get it. That's enough for a first down.
Good throw and catch. Got a little pressure there from Jorge Garcia on the outside there. Forced to pull up throw, put it in spot down and away where his big tall receiver can go down and get it.
There is Bramer. Get over 1,000 yards receiving and a 23 commit. That one is going nowhere. And there's Ostin, Eli Ostin, with the play in the backfield for the Vikings.
He's a guy I knew just watching practice was going to factor in. He's really good with his hands. He gets into blockers really well. If you see him here down on the inside, gives a little shove on the down block, protects his linebacker first, then goes and makes a play. That's a big boy play there.
You see the numbers on Ostin. 96 tackles coming in, including 7 sacks.
Good for the big guy. Get some sacks.
Right?
Good for him. He must be fast, too.
Good lateral, right?
And there we go. There we go.
Little toss to the outside. Not much there for Christensen. And once again, that Vikings defense out on the edge. Number 52 making the play, and there's Jenkinson.
Jenkinson again, right? Good hands again. And these things are drilled into kids. This doesn't happen overnight. They work on these things. You can see it in the way that they operate their practices. Good with the hands, shed the block, and then go make the play.
First 12 minutes is in the books. Lakeview with the lead. Pierce on the drive here in Lincoln.
All this grass, all this mulch, all these projects to do, they all get done with the Kubota BX Series tractor. The Kubota BX Series. Kubota is a proud sponsor of Nebraska High School sports on Nebraska Public Media. It's the crack of dawn, but it's never too early to get ready for hunting season. Acceleration, handling, and cargo room for work. The Kubota Sidekick. For more information and participating Nebraska Kubota dealers, KubotaNeSports.com.
Have you heard about FAFSA?
It's like a form you fill out. Fill it out and you get money for college.
Easiest way to get money for college, hands down.
FAFSA.
It's a life hack.
It's your way in.
So you want to help me pay for college? I'm down.
Heck yeah.
Definitely.
How is this not trending on all the things?
It took me like 30 minutes to fill out.
So easy.
How much am I gonna get?
This is a hidden gem. Fill out your FAFSA.
FAFSA.
Drink water, buckle up, fill out your FAFSA.
Coverage of the 2021 NSAA High School Football Championships on Nebraska Public Media is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, the Nebraska Public Power District, Nebraska Kubota Dealers, Nebraska Corn Board, Aurora Cooperative, and Constellation Energy. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Back at Memorial Stadium for the Class C1 State Championship, it's 3-0 Lakeview with the lead. Pierce here with a third down, 3rd and 10 to open up second quarter action right at midfield. Schulting under pressure, throws it back across the field to his fullback. Oh, nice move. Good gain by Kuntrad, who really had nothing there. It was well played by Columbus Lakeview.
Talk about turning something into nothing. Daniel Carnes sniffs this out for Lakeview. And then Kuntrad ends up just cutting back full against flow all the way across the field and picking up some positive yards. Well done there by both players. Good defense and then good run there.
So that puts them in a situation of 4th and 2 now, where they're able to go for it. Quick offensive personnel change here, and they will go. Schulting, quick out into the flat to Burner, nice grab.
Careful now with that football.
Yeah, a little loose, right? Yeah.
Maybe not the arm over swim with the football if you want to eat at Thanksgiving. Maybe keep that bad boy down. As you see here, go to your big body target outside. He got plenty of space on the outside of coverage. Ball gets a little high there, but holds on.
Yeah.
And a first down we go.
So back in the eye with Christensen at the top of it. Coontrod is the up back. They'll give it to Christensen. Nice fit there by the linebacker.
Really well done there. Is that Jorge again?
Jorge Garcia.
Jorge Garcia again on the play. Just following this thing laterally, right? Diagnoses the play. His defensive line does a great job of absorbing blocks. He's there to wrap up. And sure, Coach Frenzen will get after him a little bit for not running his feet, finishing that tackle, but the guy's on the ground. That's all that matters.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. Here's Nope. Yeah, it is Coontrod. Coontrod breaks one and breaks another one. Still driving down near the 30. Nice gain by Coontrod.
Play design here is really significant. You're going to watch number 7, Valverde. Okay, it says here he weighs 145 pounds. They are lying to you. He weighs about 125, but he is tough as all get out. Okay, so they send him in motion to make the defense, make Lakeview's defense adjust, and they just hit Coontrod with a little dive underneath there. Really nicely designed play.
All that was good. I'm still stuck back when you said they maybe don't always tell the truth.
Yeah,
height and weight. That happens.
All right.
Over the middle. Here he is out there trying to get it. Not quite connected with Bramer. He was open.
I know it's going to be a shocker, but when the program came out at Grand Island Senior High School, it said I weighed 275. I was probably about 305. Yep. Just a little flood-ish route here, right? Send Bramer on the corner route, just a little bit overthrown, a little bit high. Tough throw into the wind. Probably see that one later in the game, maybe going the opposite direction. I did ask Tyler Legate, who's on the staff up there at Pearson, I said, hey, number 7 either wrestles or rides bulls or both. And Tyler said he's coming out for wrestling this year. Just a tough little guy.
Oh, on 4th down, they get stopped again. So 2 4th down tries have come up short for Pierce, and Lakeview has been tough defensively here early on.
There are those guys again. Partnered up now, there's number 52, Jaden Jenkinson again in on the play. And then Zach Anderson comes around to help out as well. Big boys up front from Lakeview are holding their own. They're doing a nice job on that defensive front. It's a little bend but don't break defense, but it's working. Interested to see what Lakeview does here with the wind now. Do you get a little more aggressive in the pass game? Do you feel more comfortable with it, maybe behind your back? Or just continue trying to maybe throw some more body blows at Pierce and see if they can handle it.
And if you're just joining us, Sean Callahan down in the field said that wind is really blowing down there. It's about 15 to 20 miles an hour. The flag's pointed straight out. The wind coming out of the south, so it is on your screen. The wind's blowing from left to right, which is the direction that the Vikings are heading there. It's it's a breezy one today.
Little gamesmanship there. Pierce messing with the defense through a little bracket on Van Cleve. I don't think the Lakeview coaching staff liked that a whole bunch, and then called timeout. We could be completely wrong, but a timeout was called there. They didn't like what they saw, so good judgment there. Get what you want to be. You've got a positive thing going in this game. You've got some momentum. Be able to play great defense. Keep that on that path. Don't put any play in jeopardy.
Let's get out of the field to Sean Callahan.
Guys, one of the things watching Mark Bramer here, it's been interesting. You know, you're in Memorial Stadium, you get access to the same headsets that Nebraska and the opponents use when they come in here to play on game day. Bramer, one of the rare head coaches you see, chooses not to wear a headset, calls all the plays. As he's calling these plays out, they might yell out 20 different things, and only one of them is a live play call. And a lot of dummy calls he calls out there, but it's just interesting to see a coach not wear a headset and have such a command on the game here from the field level.
What is Bramer going to learn with headsets on? 26 years, he's got it all. He sees everything from down to the field. He knows exactly what's going on. He's like, why do I need a headset?
Yep. Brock Mahoney there on a little dive, able to get a really nice gain there, really well blocked up front by the Columbus Lakeview offensive line. Coming off the side here, just a wash down, right? Get a good wash down block there. Good cut behind it. Really impressed with him, and he runs that hard all the time. They were giving him the ball in practice, and that's just his MO. Like, there's no kind of stutter cuts up to anything. He hits them all hard.
Give to Tessendorf here around the right side, and that was Mahoney with the block out in front, and a nice gain on 1st down.
Little family of a former teammate of mine, Ross Tessendorf.
Yeah.
He obviously inherited all the speed that Ross did not. He was much faster. Ross would still be behind the center at that time.
You were telling me it wasn't just speed. You said talent and intelligence. I think you're the two other things you threw in there earlier.
All fair. All fair.
Back to throw. Wide open downfield. Got a man. Pulled it at the 20. Down the far sideline. In there for the touchdown. Great grab for the Vikings. That's Mason Virgits.
Just the lack of communication here. We'll see the replay come up. The corner and the safety lose track. Maybe bit a little too hard on the run fake. Thought I was going inside. And away we go behind everybody. My guy David Benning, or your guy who you were working with yesterday.
Yeah.
He said, don't sleep on Lakeview speed. So he was in for this. He is probably cackling as we speak right now.
Mason Klug in there for the extra point try. He already has a field goal here today from 33. And the extra point is up, and it is good. 10-0 Columbus Lakeview. That is the 14th catch of the year for Virgits. 4th touchdown.
Those talking to some receiver friends of mine are the worst when you're standing there by yourself. You maybe start to think about those a little bit.
Think about it a lot.
But great play, great catch there, good concentration by Mason Virgits.
Well, the Nebraska Public Media production, Nebraska Spirit Go Big Red, takes us down memory lane of the glory days surrounding Nebraska sports, supporting the athletes on the field and the courts, along with the athletes along the sidelines. Come along on this fun journey through Husker history as we discover more behind the Nebraska mascots, the cheer squad, marching band. You don't want to miss the passion of Nebraska Spirit Go Big Red, Saturday, 10 Central on Nebraska Public Media. Something we're all trying to get back.
Yep, little gut check here for Pierce. You got to answer now, right? Things haven't, you've given up a couple plays, some things have happened. Now can you overcome?
And you've been able to move the ball. It's just a couple of 4th downs, right?
Correct.
Good return here.
It's my little guy Valverde, just throwing his hat in the mix. Sat right in there behind the return, kind of hid behind it, got up the field. Started the possession at the 35 is always a good thing.
Well, good crowds on hand, certainly enjoying the nice weather here in Lincoln at Memorial Stadium. Lakeview on top, 10-0, 8:18 to go here, 2nd quarter. Pierce, the defending state champ, they won it last year, knocking off Adams Central in this title game. A toss sweep here to Christensen. They'll cut it back up. Not much there, and once again, there's number 52, Jenkinson.
The thing right now that if Coach Bramer's going to get after his guys about, right, is effort. It's full effort here. If you look at the effort from the guys in the blue helmets, still sprinting to the ball, getting off blocks. It's a great job there by number 60 from Lakeview, forcing that back inside. You've got to match that intensity. You've got to match that effort. Now you got to probably step up your game.
Good pursuit there from the opposite side by Jenkinson to make the tackle. Up the middle. And this is one guy that's been working well. Kuntrad with another terrific carry. That's a gain of 14 yards on 2nd.
We talked about that little motion before, right? The motion of the player to the right. You'll see it here on the replay. A little motion. Slide that back behind with the trap. A really well executed trap there. The puller climbs the hole there, kicks the guy out. So all of my moms, as we said before in mom football class, will know that very well. Warms my heart being a kid from Grand Island, operating out of the wishbone to see a good fullback trap.
Near side, ball on the ground, and a turnover. Here is Lakeview down the near side. Lakeview's got plenty of room. Number 21, Braxton Borer. Touchdown off the turnover for Borer. And Lakeview with a 16-0 lead. 54 yards on that return.
See here, you got a little counter trap coming from Pierce. Ball breaks the outside. Helmet on the ball, right? Ball's a little loose away from the body. You want to see that thing high and tight. You get a helmet on the football. Picked up by Boer. Nice job of patience here on the return, setting his blockers up. Just gives him a little flyby, lets him run right past, and into the end zone he goes.
Eli Ostin forcing the fumble. And Borer takes it in for the touchdown. Extra point is good, and it is now 17-0. So Pierce, who seemed to be right in it, moving the ball, a couple of fourth down misses, and then the big turnover for 6 the other way, and all of a sudden it's 17-0.
Another look at this here. Ball gets away from the body. Who was that with the hit? Sorry, I missed the number.
Yeah.
Was it Osteen again?
Eli,
okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, the kid's going to fly around. Pick that baby up and take her to the house. What a memory made in this game, in this state championship game. Just gave him a little maverick there. Put the brakes on and let him fly by. Away we go.
So if you're Mark Bramer here, the conversation to your team is?
Poise.
Yeah.
We've got to stay poised and start to chip away at this, okay? We've moved the ball. We're our own worst enemy right now. We've missed a couple fourth downs. We've jumped off sides. We've turned the ball over, things that are uncharacteristic of what we do. We're going to stay the course and get a score here would be my big one right away. Make sure we get a score before the end of the half and then get a stop. And then now we'll get to the second half and see what happens. See how the wind affects this, right? Kicks haven't been going very deep, so I don't know if they get her up in the jet stream or not.
So back deep for the Blue Jays is Valverde and Sullivan. And yeah, it's windy, blowing it off the tee.
Now, if you're going to look at either one of these teams being in a deficit, I'm not really worried about the poise of either team.
Right.
Nobody's going to depress the panic button. So Coach Bramer will stick to script, that confusing multi-worded script, and he will get his guys going here.
Need to bring somebody in to hold. So here is Mason Klug to kick it deep. Once again, it's Valverde and Sullivan back deep. It'll be taken at the 5-yard line. It's Valverde with the return. Still on his feet, breaks a couple of tackles, but not going any further than about the 29-yard line. That's where they'll spot it. Pierce will take over.
Took a big shot there at about the 25, kept his feet going, got a few more yards. Like I said, he's a tough little guy. You had to know where he was at practice. They were head on a swivel with him, coaches and visitors included. So now you'll see what Pierce relies on. Now you'll see what they feel they can accomplish. So they got to match some intensity that Lakeview's providing and get after it here.
Valverde in motion. They'll toss it out to him on the left. And nothing doing again. And that time it's Landon Turnus, the linebacker, with the stop.
That lateral game is going to be tough. Lakeview has shown that they have the speed to match us, right? It's a good job by Turnus here, getting over the top, just following the play. Following the play down the line and making that play. Probably looking at a little more direct style of running at Lakeview upcoming here soon.
Second down and 11. Back to throw goes Schulting. Over the middle, wide open is the fullback, Kuntrad, and Kuntrad will take it the distance. Touchdown, Blue Jays. 72-yard toss and catch to Kuntrad.
This is a really well set up play. This is a really well set up play, right? So if you see this, when we pull it back up on the replay, the fullback is just going to sneak out of the backfield because everybody's thinking, oh, that fullback's just going to block. Well, the good thing about Kuntrad is he's got a great set of hands that I saw during the week, and away he goes. Just a little bit of a blown coverage. The fullback slipped out of the backfield, one of the tougher things to defend in high school football. Good call there by Coach B, though. You got to give him credit.
Extra point is no good. 17-6, Lakeview on top. Let's go down to the field to Sean.
Guys, on the Columbus Lakeview sideline here, just heard Kirk Farron say they ran that the first time. We got to get that cleaned up, as they saw that same look earlier in the game, and a lot of disappointment here on the Lakeview sideline that they weren't ready for that look on that particular breakdown in coverage.
17-6, 72-yard grab by Kuntrad. 2 plays, 71 yards on the drive.
Hey, Shawnee, tell Coach Ferentz to take it easy on us on Friday.
Furs was not going to let that go, was he?
I'm sorry, Sean. I did it all week.
Ferentz will be here on Friday, Sean.
Yeah.
It's
Sean's in
Brinson down there now, yeah.
Sean works all the time, man. He's always in the mode.
He's got it.
He's ready to roll at all times.
Hey, coming up at half, we're going to talk about NSAA play production and some trendsetters, barrier breakers at Westside, and also highlights and the numbers from the first half of play. Big possession and score there by Pierce after Lakeview had taken the 17-0 lead.
Good answer there by Pierce. Right now, with the rapid nature of that score, you got 6 minutes here. Okay,
right.
So you get a stop and you get another score. Now we're back in it. You kind of get Uncle Mo back on your side. Kicking into the wind, probably looking a little trickery here. As part-time special teams coach.
So Bramer to kick it away. Vikings right on top of it.
If you've ever coached at any level and you want to see a kicker get excited, it's like, hey, kick it right at that kid. As hard as you can. Just try to kick the ball at that kid. As you see, I think this is intentional. Because that baby is flying right at it. And number 9 for Lakeview there, Maxwell. Freemarek. He understands it's coming, has the hands ready, and is able to knock it down, slow it down, and get on top of the ball.
I think he was just trying to shoot that down the field, given that he was kicking into the wind, right? Just trying to keep it underneath, but right at the front of that line.
I don't know. Directionally aiming there.
You think so? Okay.
It was Bobby Boucher. No, it wasn't Bobby Boucher, but in the water play. Just point at the guy. You.
That's right. Incomplete. Blaser looking for Virgits.
Good part of timing on this, right? Right out of the break. Gets the ball spun around. Unfortunately, just slips through his hands. Trying to take advantage of the little cushion there that Pierce was giving him in the coverage.
2nd down and 10 out of the shotgun is Blaser. Give up the middle. Nice gain by Turnus. Out past the 45, the 46. Good gain on 2nd down.
Right back at it, right? You throw a 1st down pass, unfortunately incomplete. Come back on 2nd down, just right up the middle, get 9 yards. So good job of sticking to your game plan there by Coach Frentzen.
Give the backfield the spin around. It's going to be enough for a 1st down. And Cleve on the carry.
Might have to look at for C1, C2, just changing everybody to athlete.
Right.
The guys will play all over the field. It's awesome to see. Their comprehension of the game of football. That's a lot. Like to know. Some of these guys know 4 or 5 positions.
Right.
So it's really cool to see those guys be able to have such versatility.
Here's the give to Van Cleve again. Looking for the corner, spins out of the tackle. A nice gain by Adam Van Cleve, the senior 5'10", 165-pound wingback / running back.
Just a little bit of an outside, just like an outside sweep there, able to get to the corner, makes a little spin move, falls forward for a couple more yards. Good tough run there by Van Cleve.
Good gain on 1st, brings up 2nd down and 4. 4.5 to go here in the 1st half. 17-6 the lead. And nothing there for Van Cleve as he's piled up. And underneath that pile is big number 56, Dawson Raby.
That's Raby, yeah. So Raby's got to step up in this, right? Any of that inside stuff that's happening, he's got to start to patrol all that. He's a big-bodied kid. The coach is really excited about him. Said if he's a couple inches taller, you're probably looking at a D1 kid. Unfortunately, he's about 6 foot. Well, not really, but fortunately, he's about 6 foot. Again, strong kid, has to start to control that middle as they move him now right on top of the center to give a little bit different look to Lakeview.
Brings up 3rd down, still 4 to go. Here's the give up the middle to the fullback once again, Turnus, and Turnus with plenty of room and another 1st down, and that has been effective all 1st half for Columbus Lakeview.
Okay, so Pierce's defensive staff here takes a little bit of a gamble. You're going to see Raby slant. The scrape isn't able to get there from the linebacker. He's picked up by the guard, and then forward progress there by Turnus. It's a good gain for Columbus Lakeview.
The ball now at the 34-yard line. Turnus behind Blaser. Give inside, here's Van Cleve. Van Cleve breaks a couple of tackles, still going. Van Cleve down to about the 25-yard line. Tough running there for Adam Van Cleve.
To go with that speed that Van Cleve possesses, he is deceptively strong for his size, right? You see the legs continue to churn. That's all that work in the weight room in the offseason, able to get 2, 3, 4 more yards. The defensive alignments for Pierce are going to be interesting to see what they do. They're playing a little bit of a 3 technique on both guards, see if they maybe move one of those guys into a 1 technique, into an inside shade on the guard, just to see if they can limit that loss. If you look at that bubble, both A gaps are open, so those linebackers have to start to control those gaps.
Blaser will keep it himself, gets enough for the first down, about the 21-yard line. Time ticking away here in the second quarter, and a good drive being put together by Columbus Lakeview.
Columbus Lakeview has been able to do kind of what they wanted to do. You know, they're able to control clock, they're able to run it. They haven't had to use the passing game a whole bunch. Even with the benefit of the wind right now, they're able to get, 5, 6 yards at a chunk. There's no need to go away from it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep marching her down the field.
First down and 10 from the 21. Give to Tessendorf. Good support there from the secondary.
Tough run there. Maybe got a little lateral quick on that. But good run by Tessendorf. It's not your normal first down play. We're getting 4 or 5. Limited a couple there. Regroup, go back at it again. Lakeview's got no problem with that clock just ticking.
Blaser to Tessendorf again. Steps through 1 tackle, but then Bramer is there to drive him backwards. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Pierce bowing up here, right? Enough is enough. Enough is enough for Pierce. You're seeing a little bit more fire off the ball. You're seeing a little more fight in them. Good play there.
Third down, and a timeout is going to be taken by the Bluejays. Looks like a man coming off late, didn't want to have 12 on the field, so a timeout by Coach Bramer.
A little bit late in the substitution there, no sense to risk it.
17-6, 3rd and 8 coming up with about a minute left here in the second quarter.
Tristan Kohler was down the last tackle. I couldn't get his name on time, so I apologize to Tristan.
If you'd like to watch these NSAA state championships, you can watch it anywhere, anytime on the Nebraska Public Media app. Live streaming of today's game. We have player profiles on the app. Big Red wrap-up episodes. A lot of content. Just download the free Nebraska Public Media app today and tap into the action. 17-6, 1:01 to go here before half. Vikings trying to add to their lead, already on top 17-6.
I'm going to put the ball in your court, Larry Putney.
No,
Say Pierce holds you here to 3rd and 6.
Yeah.
Your coach Fred's, what's your decision on 4th and 6?
Well, I've got a field goal kicker who is very good.
Okay.
And I'm going to...
Interesting angle.
And it's they've already missed a field goal, Pierce has, so that gives me a 2-touchdown lead if I kick the field goal.
Okay.
And we get a chance to find out.
Well, we'll see what. We'll see if you'll be the next coach of.
So does Mason Klug come on to try a field goal, or are we going to go for it here on 4th and 5? And on comes the field goal unit.
Field goal unit, nice call. Your paycheck is secure. Or is it?
Yeah, all of a sudden we're going to take a timeout and talk about it. All right.
Okay,
so
we go.
What I was going to say, Verz, is initially I would decide to kick the field goal. Then I might take timeout to talk about it.
Just go over all your options. Yeah, make sure everybody's on the same page.
And after I talk to my coaches, I may decide to go for it, or I may decide to go to the field.
And this is a real thing, okay?
That's right.
The goalposts are a little bit narrow.
Good
the hashes are a little different. I have experienced a kicker in the past that it really freaked him out. He said, "Hey, coach, why aren't those wider?" I said, "Because we're in a college stadium, they're narrower." And his response was, "Why?" I said, "Doesn't matter if you kick it in the middle. If you just aim at the middle, we'll just put it there." But yeah, these are all things.
Yeah, absolutely. But he is out there to try the field goal. So Mason Klug back in after connecting from 33 earlier. And Pierce took that last time out.
Would any of your coaches come up with fake field goal in that little discussion you had?
Well, it was certainly introduced, right?
Because you're thinking here, Pierce is probably geared up to block. They're playing safe, it looks like.
And it is the fake. Wide open to the end zone. Pulled in. Touchdown, Lakeview, and Vers calls it.
It just didn't sit right with me. The timeout just didn't sit right. As we see a replay coming. All right, so what you're going to have here, and you always got to know where 28 is, right? Well, here comes that man coming right around the corner. The tight end seeps out of there because everybody's like, we got to get to 28. They're going to run a reverse. And over the top it goes. Adam Van Cleve throwing the touchdown pass.
Matt Christensen, and there's a field goal that is up and good.
That timeout just didn't sit right.
That is a big score for Columbus Lakeview, now on top 24-6, and a terrific call by Kirk Frenzen.
And that is a very, very gutsy. That one, I guess if you're in that situation,
yeah,
there's no sense to save it. You're not gonna wait for another opportunity.
You got it in your back pocket, you use it, right?
And you know who you're playing to, right? Yeah. You're familiar with the area, you know what can happen, you know they can score points. You're in a race to get as many as you can. So it was a good call there by Coach Frenzen and staff. I do not know if I would have had the stones to call that play. But that's why I'm just an offensive line coach. I don't have to make those calls. That's why Terman gets paid the big bucks.
That's right. Oh, he does?
Oh, yeah.
That's good to know.
Oh, yeah. The big buck, I should say. All right, now for Lakeview, you can't fall asleep here.
Right.
Okay? Pierce has seen a couple things they like in kick return. So you got to make sure you're in your lane, flying down the field, or just kick the laser into the end zone. You don't have to worry about it.
And through the end zone, right? So Blue Jays will have it 39 seconds to go. They can spin it here. Schulting has an outstanding receiver in Bramer. 39 to go. No timeouts left though, so they'll be
shown a little, ability to get guys open, right? Slid the fullback out of the backfield the last play to score last series to score a touchdown. So there's creativity in this. You can get people open.
Schulting completing 64% of his passes. That's just going to be a give. Nothing there for Christensen. And it looks like they'll be content here to let the clock run down and head to the halftime down 24-6. Maybe one final shot here. Yep. Looking downfield under pressure, and he's going to be dropped. So Columbus Lakeview with a dominating first half of play here in this Class C1 state championship. Jenkinson with the sack there, 24-6. Columbus Lakeview on top of the defending state champion Pierce Bluejays. They head to the locker room on top by 18.
Well, Lakeview up front, that combination of Anderson, Oston, and Jenkinson, they've had their way with it thus far, right? Those are things Pierce is going to have to get in at halftime, get adjusted to.
Let's get out of the field to Sean Callahan.
Guys, I'm with Coach Kurt Frenzen of Columbus Lakeview. You got to be really pleased, Coach, with the way your defense and your special teams have been able to produce points here on a windy day in Memorial Stadium.
Yeah, it's gone really good in that area except for one play, and we had them run that play earlier in the half. We got to make that adjustment and not let that fullback shake loose out of the backfield. So one mistake, otherwise we're up 24-0. I'm feeling a lot better about this. Listen, they're a very dangerous team. We got a lot of work to do this second half. We got 24 minutes of We're smash mouth football. I don't care how much they're down. They're still going to start to establish the run. We got to get after them up front, control the line of scrimmage.
What is your message to these kids to finish this thing off and come home with a state championship?
They better play like it's 0-0, because if we're in there resting on our laurels and not getting after this the second half, then they're going to be right back in this game. They get the ball to start the second half. It is crucial for us to get big special teams and big defense to start the second half. We got to set the tone early in the second half. We want to take this thing home.
All right, Coach, good luck here in the second half.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, guys.
Verse, I have a feeling I know what Franson's going to say at halftime. I think I just heard it.
I think Coach was a little bothered the fullback got out of the backfield.
That's right.
Just
Here's the reaction to the fake field goal for the touchdown, 24-6.
We're for agriculture, for growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions.
There is a place that gives you the freedom to find your frontier, a place to explore and surpass boundaries, a place where you can be yourself and discover your potential, a place where ideas are as open as the land surrounding you, a place where you can rise above to see the possibilities in what lies ahead. Chadron State College. Follow your frontier. Start your journey at csc.edu.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
Coverage of the 2021 NSAA High School Football Championships on Nebraska Public Media is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, the Nebraska Public Power District, Nebraska Kubota Dealers, Nebraska Corn Board, Aurora Cooperative, and Constellation Energy. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We couldn't do it without your support. Columbus Lakeview controlling first half action here. They lead it at half 24-6 over the Pierce Bluejays. Pleased to be joined now by the Nebraska School Activities Association Assistant Director Jeff Staus, who one of his responsibilities is play production, which was held out in Columbus. How did that go?
Yeah, we're having it. It's
Norfolk.
actually in Norfolk.
Right.
It's coming up, actually. We'll go to Thanksgiving break, and we'll come back the next week for districts. And then the week after that, we're up in Norfolk on the 8th, 9th, and 10th of December for 6 classes of play production competition.
Yeah, talk about what kind of day that's like and how many people and it takes to put on the production.
Yeah, I mean, we have really great support from the community in Norfolk. They have a really strong contingent of volunteers up there, and the staff at Norfolk High School, the staff at the Sports Council in Norfolk, they do a great job of lining everything up for us. And, we walk in and we have a great facility at the Johnny Carson Theater there at Norfolk High School. And it's a great experience for everybody that gets up there. So.
And the numbers continue to increase. Participation's been great.
Yeah, fine arts in Nebraska is alive and well. It's not every state across the country, their state association doesn't always sponsor the fine arts. In Nebraska, we're lucky that we have several. And play production is one where we have great participation numbers. So we're thankful for our coaches, our judges across the state that continue to provide opportunities for kids to grow, not just on the athletic field, but also in these fine arts activities. And it's been a really good thing for our kids in the state of Nebraska.
One of your other responsibilities is dealing with the media in the state. I should probably say I apologize for that, but you talk to the media on a regular basis. I guess we're fortunate to be able to have the coverage we do here in the state.
The media coverage that we get of our activities in Nebraska is unmatched, quite frankly. There are a lot of states that have trouble getting anyone to cover their activities. We have the exact opposite problem in Nebraska. Sometimes we don't have space for all of the folks that want to cover our schools here in Nebraska. So, we might think of ourselves as a small state state, and maybe we don't get the the notoriety and the coverage that we should. But locally, anyway, we're very well represented, and we can't thank our media partners in the state enough for the coverage of our kids. So.
Media Advisory Council, talk about that.
Yeah, we have a media advisory committee made up of members of the media throughout the state of Nebraska. We try to get together with them a couple times a year just to talk about our events, talk about some of the things in the industry, if there's anything that we can do to try to make things easier on everybody as they try to cover our activities. And it was really important last year through the pandemic to try to touch base and make sure that we can all accomplish what we need to accomplish and do it in a safe way. And they were a great sounding board for me in our office. So.
Yeah, anybody who has to deal with Stu Poshpersl on a daily basis, I just have the utmost respect for. So, no, that is Jeff Stouse.
I'll make sure to tell Stu that when I walk back out there. I'll do that.
That is Jeff Stouse, who's the NSAA Assistant Director. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. We're at halftime, the Class C1 title game.
Opportunities. They're found here, and here, and here. They inspire her, motivate him, prepare them. And when those opportunities start here, they can take you anywhere. Wayne State College, where opportunities today prepare you to lead tomorrow. Explore WayneStateCollege.com.
This is a growing corn plant. It's not battery powered. It doesn't have a 300-mile range, but it's vital in our fight against climate change. Reducing 46% of carbon emissions and producing clean-burning ethanol. Corn ethanol is the climate solution we need now.
Electricity. It makes life easier, more productive, brighter, possible. Yet we only think about it when we don't have it. The next time you're doing, well, anything, think about how electricity makes it all possible. And know we will be there, powering your everyday, every day.
After concussion, returning to the classroom is a priority of the NSAA. All brains return to learn. Not all brains return to play.
After recognizing that an athlete has suffered a concussion, it is important to monitor the symptoms in the classroom before allowing the athlete to return to extracurricular activities.
The NSAA requires coaches in all sports to take a concussion course once every 3 years.
More information is available on our website, nsaahome.org. Student athletes are students first, athletes second.
Vikings with the lead at the half here, the Class C1 title game at Memorial Stadium. As Nebraska Public Media celebrates the 50th anniversary of Title IX across all of our content streams, we wanted to take this opportunity to introduce you to two young women that are helping shatter the notion of football as a male-only sport.
There's a change happening in football, one that's slowly been developing for a century. Quietly, it's stretching across Nebraska. And at Omaha Westside High School, that change is evident in two players in their football program. Meet Aaron Marty and Piper Zadiska.
I play receiver because I'm a lot smaller. I can use my size to my advantage more.
Right now I'm a linebacker and fullback. For the past 2 years I've been playing, I was a lineman, offense and defense. It's a lot of pressure knowing that I have people watching me and that I have expectations that I'm supposed to live up to, but I think pressure is always a good thing and it always helps me to be the best me.
As a freshman, Piper's experience is raw, but her football pedigree has helped her make an impact. Her father is former Nebraska lineman Rob Zadiska.
You know, I think growing up, she'd always expressed an interest going to Nebraska football games, watching high school teams play. I think a lot of it as well is just the fact that she's always had a little bit of a strong personality, a very determined personality.
Some trepidation on my part because she had not ever played football before, not flagged, not tackled, not anything. The advice that Rob gave her was don't worry about things that you can't control. As soon as you take a first hit and give a first hit, you'll probably have all the credibility that you need.
Coming into high school, Piper had a sounding board in Erin, a junior who'd gone through the same things as her.
She's been so great. It's like having a role model on the team. It's like having an older sister.
It's just a little challenging because I am a girl, and like biologically, you boys, they're bigger. So I have to work harder to keep up and excel.
Situations like Erin and Piper are not uncommon. In the previous decade, the number of girls playing high school football nationally doubled.
Well, I guess we're just lucky we have Erin and Piper, right? It's not like we went out and recruited anybody to try to set that trend or break that barrier at all, but we have two young ladies that want to exceed, you know, what other people expect and come out and try a sport that most haven't, and so we're lucky to have them. They obviously have to overcome some obstacles themselves and what happens with them and perceptions, but you know, they come out every day and they're part of the football team.
I think a lot of them are unsure of how to deal with a female presence on the team because most of them have never played with a girl before, but I think they get used to it, and I think I've earned most of their respect, and we get along. They just treat me like I'm one of the guys.
Despite the challenges, these two have become role models to the next class of female football players.
I'm not really used to it. I'm just used to being another one of the guys, and it's a lot to think of. Like, I never really took a step back and looked at everything and went, people are looking up to me, and they're seeing me as an inspiration.
I work with other athletes beyond just the football team, and there's athletes that say, you know, I really appreciate what Erin is doing or what Piper's doing, that they're blazing that trail that makes me feel like I can be more empowered too.
With all they've gone through, from playing in a sport that most don't associate with females, to earning a coveted varsity jersey, on-the-field accomplishments aren't the only things that Erin and Piper are taking away from this experience.
I'm a lot more confident with myself, and as a leader, I'm just more just centered, and I feel a lot, it's this confidence. It's a lot better with everything that I do.
It's definitely helped me feel stronger mentally and physically, and it's helped me gain a lot of body positivity about myself. I think having muscles is a really cool thing for girls to have, and I think that football has definitely really helped me learn that. You just have to go for it. You can't let yourself be scared of it or overthink it too much. And the more girls who go out, the more girls are going to want to go out and feel more comfortable with it. So you just have to be a leader in that aspect and make yourself do it.
A couple of trendsetters, no doubt, in high school football here in Nebraska. Great look at Memorial Stadium on a terrific Tuesday morning. Class C1 state championship, Columbus, Lakeview, and Pierce. Let's take a look at action from first half of play. And this was big right off the bat, a 66-yard return that set up the first points of the game for Columbus, Lakeview. Van Cleve with that return. And then Klug puts it through, and it was 3-zip Lakeview. In the second quarter we go, and Lakeview just, after shutting down Pierce on a couple of big fourth downs, this was one that broke wide open. Beer gets in there. And then the fumble that was returned for a touchdown, and it felt right there like Pierce had been in it the entire way, but a couple of bad breaks, and then they do get back in it with this 61-yard touchdown pass. And how about this one, Vers?
Gotta love the creativity.
Yep. Fake field goal, touchdown.
You know, Rich, as you look at these stats, I mean, it's Pierce is able to do, to move the ball. It just, on the scoreboard, it isn't working out. You've had some untimely, turnovers and penalties and things like that. You clean those things up, and you don't have to worry about Coach Frenzen. He knows what you can do. So he's going to keep the throttle down. You got to come back. You got to answer here. I would see them, if Pierce continues to follow that stat right there.
Yeah.
Maybe have to put the ball in the air a little bit more, get yourself back in the game a little quicker than you wanted to.
We're at halftime, C1 state title game, Columbus, Lakeview, and Pierce. Third quarter coming up from Memorial Stadium.
Constellation is a natural gas supplier helping inspire young Nebraskans through hands-on learning. Constellation has given more than $290,000 to 4-H and FFA organizations across the state, helping support youth in your community with opportunities to achieve real-world success. Because we believe that powering communities means empowering our future leaders. With Constellation, a contribution to 4-H and FFA is in the stars.
Sometimes you just have to be a little stronger, go a little farther, be a little tougher. This past year was a test to see if we could step up and weather the storm together. We are committed to push a little harder, go a little farther, lean into the challenge, and be tougher together. Aurora and you.
Your favorite member benefit is getting better and bigger. Over the next year, PBS Passport is adding new shows and doubling the number of episodes. Stream on any device with Passport on the PBS Video app.
Hi, we're at halftime of the Class C1 championship game on Nebraska Public Media. Sean Callahan now with Pierce head coach Mark Bramer. Coach, guys down here at the half, what did you tell them to kind of settle them down here for the second half?
Well, we just got to fight. I mean, we can't point the finger at anybody else. We just got to point the thumb at ourselves, and we got to keep playing. You know, you give up in this situation. Everything that could have went against us went against us. So, you know, credit them. They're a good football team and well coached. But, you know, we've got to flip the script right now. You know, we've got to come and answer the bell. You know, it doesn't do you any good, though, to dwell on what's happened. You got to flush that, and you got to move on, and we got to start making some plays. You know, we've scored 18 points and a half, and that's what we asked our guys to do.
You guys were able to get that big explosive play. How big is it that you guys get another one of those early on here in this third quarter?
Well, you know, a lot of times the team that comes out in the third quarter, whether you're behind or in front, and makes plays early on, will set the tone for the second half, and that's what we've you know, we got to ask our guys to do that. So, you know, we've just got to keep fighting. That's the bottom line. Got to keep fighting for every inch.
All right, Coach, best of luck here in the second half.
Thank you, Sean.
Back upstairs.
Mark Bramer, thank you for joining us here right before second half play begins, 24-6. Let's take a look back at the play of the half.
Okay, here's the power of a player like Mr. Van Cleve. He's going to come around here and catch this. If you look at the eyes of the defenders, they're all focused on him. And here is the problem for the defense. Turner Halverson has snuck behind everybody. You go ahead and play the rest of that. And you're going to see this wide open in the end zone for touchdown. All due respect to Turner. We didn't give you proper credit, my guy. Congratulations on the touchdown in the state championship game. It's a little difficult to see up here at times, but wide open in the end zone, makes the catch and scores a touchdown.
Appreciate you saying that.
Gotcha, buddy.
Yep.
Gotcha. I'm a lineman. Team game.
So the Vikings will kick it off to Pierce to start this third. And if you're Pierce, this is an important opening drive. Set a tone. You heard Mark Bramer say, team that comes out and sets the tone early typically dictates play in the second half. So into the wind, it's going to be taken right at the 5 or 6 yard line. Not much room on the return. Back out to the 22 for Valverde.
Unfortunately here, there was a little hole missed right up the middle of the field. The interior parts of the coverage widened out a little bit. It was good blocking. Could have cut that back just a little bit. Might have had a little more room to run. But bear in mind that it's coming from a lineman in a studio box way up high in the stadium.
Pretty good vantage point.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's almost unfair.
So Schulting back out there at quarterback for the Blue Jays. Give it inside and be stood up. Not much there. Cooper Tessendorf with the hit.
Really nice fill there by Tessendorf on the outside. For those old school Washington football team fans, this is the old counter tray. They give that to the wingback. You got the guard and the tackle both pull away from where they start, pull to the opposite side of the field. You got a kick out and release up underneath. And then Tessendorf was able to crush that down, and the defense rallied to make the play.
Yeah, John Riggins did pretty well in that, didn't he?
Oh, it was a beautiful play.
Really
beautiful play.
Out past the 30, back to the 30. I would call it right at the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Jays.
Good physical football here. You follow the counter trade with just a little ISO. Just keep it old school. Valverde hides in behind there, right behind the block of Coontrod, and up the field they go.
Here's the give. Christensen with the carry, very near a 1st down, and it looks like he has enough.
Okay, 1st downs are key, right? Keep the sticks moving. Got a little replay here. Just looking at an ISO handoff there. Good job of running through an arm tackle. And able to pick up the 1st down. The tough part about that is that little Turnus knows he missed the tackle that could have got them and forced a punt.
Fake to Christensen, rolling to his right is Schulting, looking downfield under pressure, and just gets it away.
Pretty savvy play here, really by the quarterback, Schulting. You're rolling out, your drag from Bramer on the backside of it is still coming here. If you watch Bramer driving from that tight end spot, he's coming out there. You've got a fullback that snuck out in the flat too, but the pressure gets on you a little quicker than you thought there from number 10. So you just have to dump it off. Yep, just got to get rid of it, save the down, don't lose the yardage. So good, smart play there.
Good pressure there by Daniel Carnes as well for Columbus Lakeview. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Go to the air again. Good grab there by Addison Crohan.
Rather just take what the defense gives you, right? If they're going to play off 8 yards, you run yourself a little 5-yard hitch, catch the ball, turn inside, break a tackle, get a few more yards.
On the completion to Krogan, they gain 9. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1. Another 3rd down here early in the 2nd for the Jays. Into the fullback, and that's Coontrod, and Coontrod with a gain of 5.
For my guy Aaron Sim, who's sitting at home recovering from some surgeries. I hope you get well soon, but there's a little wishbone breakdown for you. So everybody from Grand Island Senior High School will appreciate that. 3 backs in the backfield, and we are just going with this is a midline read. So what the quarterback is going to do is he's going to read that initial defensive lineman. If he goes out, you give the ball, and you pick up yards.
Fakes at that time to Christensen, looks downfield. And we're going to have a flag on the play. That's going to be pass interference. Caden Johnson was out there and just jumped the route a little too early, went up his back. Did Van Cleve.
Unfortunate here for Van Cleve because he diagnoses this play, right? This is just going to be a little cross-field throw, which are a little bit dangerous throw. He sees it the whole way, trusts his eyes, and just got there just a skosh early. So unfortunate break for him on a great diagnosis of the play.
Pass interference. Defense, number 28. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Yardage results in a 1st down.
He's got some momentum here for Pierce, right? So now you got to have those guys, Jaden Jenkinson, you got Zach Anderson, Ostin, who's going to step on that defensive line now and make a play.
Check
spot ball there.
Yep.
Try to get a free yard there.
15, not 17.
Raby's about to move this up a yard anyway. That'll be fine.
That's right.
Give me my yard back.
That's right. Back to Joey Schulting under some pressure. Gets rid of it wide open down the field. The grab. Christensen. Touchdown. Jays. What a big opening drive for Pierce to start this 2nd half. That's a 36-yard touchdown.
Poise of a veteran football team that it does not panic in situations, okay? Anything you can do, I can do better. You can sneak it back out of the backfield. Guess what? I can too. Christensen takes a little ball fake, rolls out the back side of that, and down the sideline he goes for the touchdown.
So in there for the 2-point conversion now. After missing the extra point on the first touchdown, this to make it a 24-14 game. Schulting under center. Rolls to his right, looks for Bramer, looks his way, has the corner, then flips it up into the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Unfortunate there, but still a 2-score game. Keep it to
14.
Not the worst outcome. You'd love to convert those, but it doesn't happen. Unfortunately, for Pierce, they did have Go to the little number 38. Gosh, I can't find his name. I apologize, my young man. Nicholas Harvey's running in the back of the end zone there. He kind of snuck through there. They got lost in the defense. He was in. Schulting, unfortunately, got a little bit of pressure and couldn't quite find him.
So opening drive for the Jays goes for the touchdown, and they trail now 24-12. Down by 2 touchdowns on that touchdown catch by Matt Christensen.
Good answer there by Pierce, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to check our discipline on getting backs out of the backfield, we're going to give yours a quick check here and see how you like it.
That's right.
and there's not a defensive coordinator anywhere that likes that, because those guys get lost in the mix more often than not. So good answer there for Pierce. We will see what happens now. We got a ball game shaking out here.
Second time these two teams have played this year. The first was back in week number 2, and it was 28-27. Pierce came out on top in that one. Long way from over here at Memorial Stadium at 24-12, 9:19 to go, third quarter.
All right, so if Bramer ricochets it off number 9 again, then can we
yeah, we can
do it on purpose?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Especially with the wind behind him this time.
Right.
Okay. My feeling of this is going deep.
Very fair. you are correct.
Take it at the 15.
Uh-oh.
A gap there out near midfield. And a good return by number 21, Braxton Borer.
So on Pierce's right side of this kickoff team, Lakeview has found something they're able to take advantage of. Second time in a row, that same side of the field, same location, been able to get a big return and set themselves up with some good field position. If you look, there's a little cross there, and then you get a block inside. Maybe number 7, Valverde, got a little too far inside on his lane responsibility, and a good return there for Columbus Lakeview.
So from the 49-yard line, 1st and 10 for Lakeview. Lazar back in there at quarterback. He'll give to Van Cleve. Check that. That's not Van Cleve. That's Tessendorf.
Yep.
Not much there for Tessendorf. Maybe 1 yard out to midfield.
Okay, Pierce stepping this up a little bit, right? The lateral zone, the zone play to the right side with a little bit of a jet motion behind it. They were able to string that out, allow their guys to rally to the ball, get a guy to set the edge, right? Force that running back to go back inside, and then the help can get to him. Still, now we're into an odd man front there for Pierce. So move Raby directly over the center, maybe changing the look up just a little bit. Pressure possibly coming from the outside here.
Give to Turnus up the middle. He's got some room. Turnus inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line on a carry by the fullback Cooper. A check that Landon Turnus.
Credit Coach Frenzen, sorry about that, and his staff. You design this out right. You put 2 receivers out wide. You change the numbers inside of the box, and then your blocking scheme holds true, and you're able to just slide your running back through there. The numbers are in your favor. Good job of getting up on the linebacker by the offensive lineman. And a good gain there for Columbus Lakeview.
So 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll say it was a 23-yard carry. 57 yards for Turnus in the game. Another stiff arm there, still on his feet. Tries to spin out another one, but here comes the whole posse for Pierce, and no gain on 1st down.
Sonny, this look I like a little better from Pierce, right? They go from their even man front, which is a little wide. They probably got guys in 2 3s. They slide Raby down onto the nose, into a 1 or a shade, meaning he's on the center. Lakeview's trying to run counter, and then that just forces that blocking scheme to bounce that thing out further and further, wider and wider, and let your players rally to the ball.
2nd down here for the Vikings.
Van Cleve down here, bottom of the field, out of the pass.
Fake to Turnus. Look downfield, now fires it near the end zone, and just a bit too tall. Intended receiver was Virgits.
Power of a really, really good player is sometimes in schemes are even more valuable as decoys. If you watch the defense have to shift over here, Lakeview ran a trip set. So not only did they bring that over, then you got your safety a little bit worried about, hey, where's 28 at? I got to know where he is. It allows you to get one-on-one coverage on the other receiver in the open formation.
Third down and 9. Turnus in the backfield along with Blaser. Turnus gets it and piled up right at the line of scrimmage and no gain. That's going to bring up 4th down. looked like they were playing 2 downs to get 9 there. And Turnus.
For Pierce here, and I was just waiting for him to factor in. Bodie Hoffman here, number 59. Guy that really jumped off the practice field when I saw him practice this week. Came flat down the lane there, right? You can't get up the field because you'll create a cutback lane. Comes flat down the field, gets an ankle and just slows Turnus up. Then you get the crew there to make the play. 4th and 9.
4th down here for the Vikings. Looks to the sideline for the play. Changes the call. And a timeout is taken by Frenzen. So Kurt Frenzen will take the timeout. Trying to answer Pierce's opening drive touchdown. We're going to take a timeout here at Memorial Stadium. We'll come back in just a moment.
Nebraska Strong Recovery Project has been supporting Nebraskans impacted by COVID-19, from educators and essential workers to farmers and factory workers. If you or someone you know need crisis counseling, help is available from the Rural Response Hotline, 800-464-0258, or the Nebraska Family Helpline, 888-866-8660. Together, we are Nebraska Strong. Support provided by University of Nebraska Public Policy Center through a crisis counseling program grant.
This is a growing corn plant. It's not battery-powered. It doesn't have a 300-mile range, but it's vital in our fight against climate change. Reducing 46% of carbon emissions and producing clean-burning ethanol. Corn ethanol is the climate solution we need now.
Coverage of the 2021 NSAA High School Football Championships on Nebraska Public Media is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, the Nebraska Public Power District, Nebraska Kubota Dealers, Nebraska Corn Board, Aurora Cooperative, and Constellation Energy. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We couldn't do it without your support. So here we go, 4th down for Columbus Lakeview, 4th and 9. In the shotgun is Blaser. Behind him, Turnus. And a flag on the play. And it's going to be false start on the Vikings.
Untimely penalty there, but Pierce had changed defenses before the timeout. They were in an even man front.
Dead ball. False start. Number 13 to the offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Come back from the timeout into an odd man front.
Right.
So made a little switcheroo there. Something was coming though, a reverse.
Yeah.
it was going from Van Cleve to somebody not Van Cleve.
So 4th down now, 14 yards after the 5-yard penalty. From the 31, little pump fake. Fires down to Van Cleve, and it's going to be picked off. Intercepted by Schulting. Not the worst outcome for the Vikings.
Talk about guys that got a little bit of swag, right? In practice, the discussion was had, like, are you ready for this? And he said, absolutely. So you could tell he's made for this moment. He's in one-on-one coverage against one of the best players on the field. Gets great inside position on the route, and then controls the ball.
Let's get down to the field to Sean Callahan.
Ball was thrown in the windiest part of the stadium right now through the southwest corner. The wind is just gusting through right now, and you can just see that ball sit up in the air and hang. Almost probably would have been better off, though, to let it hit the ground so they could have got some better field position out of it.
No doubt, no doubt. The ball's hanging up there in the air, though. You want to go make a play on it. I get it.
There's that guy again, right? Eli Olston, sorry. Gets rid of a blocker.
Yep.
Able to make that. The good thing about the interception is it's an interception. The bad thing about that interception is the field position.
That's right.
In a perfect world, you knock that down, but no, it's kids.
Yeah, you want to go make a play.
Yep.
Over the middle, out to Bramer. Turned him around, incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd down and long from deep in their own territory.
Coverage there by Tessendorf and Braxton Bohr. You're 6'4", You run real well, you're going to garner a little bit of
He gets
attention.
him, yeah.
A little bit of attention on the football field.
Let's put 2 guys on.
Yeah. Yep.
He's a dude.
Yep. Third and 9 here. But I don't have to get too cute. Maybe even play a little football. I can get a few yards and punt. It's just as good as a first down.
Trips to the
Trying
top.
to get it.
Johnson, Bramer, Wackel all at the top. They'll go the other way. Out to about the 10, and not much there for Schulting.
Boy, this tackle by Tessendorf over here. He goes low and is able to get that last leg, but if Schulting can keep that footing, there's a little bit of green out there, so nice play by Tessendorf.
So Bramer in there to punt from his own end zone. Has the wind at his back. Van Cleve is back deep for Lakeview. Oh, that's a driving kick. Van Cleve, though, gets back there to get on it. Van Cleve with some room. Van Cleve into Blue Jay territory. But, boy, that was a line drive punt, and if it's not fielded well by Van Cleve, that's going to roll for another 30 yards.
Great hustle there by Isaiah Adams. That was number 9 for Pierce, flying down the field. Can't be the best of feelings when you have Mr. Van Cleve catching the ball, right? And it's you and him in open space. The guy's got speed, he's got moves, he's got it all. So great punt there by Bramer. Now back to the defensive side of the football for Pierce.
51 yards on the punt by Bramer. We'll bring up 2nd down and short.
Power football right back at you. Good play there by Pierce, number 66. Nicholas Erickson taking up some room on the inside of the defensive line. Again, hands will win the battle. Hands and feet will always win. Okay, good hands, good feet. Got off the block, was able to stick that thing up and make a play there for his team.
2nd down and 8. Van Cleve gets the hand. Spin by Van Cleve down inside the 40 to about the 39-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd down and short.
Really good, tough run up inside the tackles there. Not the biggest guy you're going to find, right? But power. Runs through an arm tackle of a defensive lineman. Gets finally hamstrung by the defensive end by Bramer, but good, tough running inside of the tackles by Van Cleve.
Mahoney and Van Cleve in the backfield. It's going to be a keeper by Blaser. Blaser fumbles it, and it is out. And does Pierce have it?
They do. They do. It's a great job here by the Pierce defense, okay? The quarterback sneak happens. The quarterback sneak happens.
Right.
And it kind of spurts out of the side, right? Now, there is a time to get down in the game of football. Sometimes you need to get down. And there's Schulting right on cue, the quarterback to quarterback. You're trying to fight. You're trying to get everything you can for your team, get extra yards. Schulting gets in there, gets the fumble, gets the recovery. Huge play for Pierce.
Big opportunity now, down 24-12. Their opening drive they were able to take down for the score. Not much there. Up the middle for Christensen.
Eli Ostin waiting for you. I will be here. I will see you in 40 seconds. If you want to run in A-gap to A-gap, I will be waiting for you. Great play by the young man. Can't say enough about how good he is with his hands.
Second down and 9 upcoming. Fake to give, drop back to throw, under some pressure over the middle, picked off. Intercepted by Van Cleve. Look out, Van Cleve has speed down the far sideline. Needs a block, he got it, and Van Cleve, pick 6.
Oh, you're gonna say he stepped out of bounds.
Oh. Got him out of bounds at the 21.
I would say our buddies in the replay booth might get a little work in here right now. Oh, goodness. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on who you're rooting for.
Right.
There was a receiver running open.
Right there. There it is.
That is tight. But did barely just step out of bounds.
Oh, and he knew it.
He did. He did. Columbus Lakeview ball.
Let's go down to Sean Callahan.
Guys, you talk about the replay booth. It's been a quiet day for Kevin Marr and his guys. In fact, it's been a quiet 2 days, and I may have just jinxed it, but in 3.5 games, we've had a total of 3 reviews. I told Kevin at halftime, I'm sure the Class A game, though, tonight will keep you guys pretty busy.
We have to check on him. He might be napping over there.
Here's Van Cleve. Van Cleve in there for the touchdown. This time tight ropes the sideline, and 6 for the Vikings.
Probably won't get enough credit for this on this play, and Van Dyke did score the touchdown. But right there on that outside, Mason Virgits with the block to spring Van Cleve for the touchdown. Just a matter of time, I guess, before he got in the end zone.
Extra point is good, and Lakeview on top 31-12, 3:25 to go here in the third, and a good game for Adam Van Cleve after the interception. One play later, he sticks it in the end zone.
No, look at the play here. Little ball fake just to keep the linebackers honest. Schulting just maybe got a little bit too far inside. Could maybe come over the top of that. It's tough to do with a player as good as Van Cleve. And Van Cleve heads into the end zone to score a touchdown.
Just one play, 21 yards on the touchdown reception for Van Cleve.
Mindset now appears. Probably got to take a couple more chances while you still have 3:25 in the third with the wind. By no means out of this, right? You get a score here. You're still back to a 2-score game. So there's no need to panic, no need to do anything different than what you do. But your playmakers have to start making plays. Your big guys, your big-time guys have to start being the ones that are going to start to tote the mail for you and get a score for you here in this game.
Van Cleve with the 21-yard touchdown and 27 yards rushing in the game, plus the interception. Good return there for the Bluejays. Not much there, but makes something out of it on the return by Kutrod. 31-yard line, that's where the Jays will try to respond.
It's a good job by the center on the kickoff formation, just get out of the way. He bailed out, laid flat out. We didn't want that smoke. That's not our job. We're not there to handle the football.
Much there again.
Been tough sledding. Columbus Lakeview is really flying to the ball, maintaining the intensity. That was Evan Willits on the carry. Evans transfer in from Lincoln. Kid really flashed on the field. Unfortunately, I believe he is hurt on the field at this time.
No, they're checking out Willits. We'll take a timeout and be back here in Lincoln.
Nebraska Public Media supports those who have driven miles of Nebraska highways. Those who have paid their share of admission fees. Those who have worn their school colors faithfully. Those who have practiced. And those who have stood on the sidelines. Nebraska Public Media supports those who have supported Nebraska high school athletes.
My name is Dan O'Neill from North Platte, Nebraska. From the western edge of the state to Lincoln or Omaha is a long ways. So state wrestling, state basketball, volleyball, all those events, that truly, I think, brings the state together, because there are just a lot of people that wouldn't be able to attend those events.
Back at Memorial Stadium here in Lincoln for the Class C1 state championship between Lakeview and Pierce. It's 31-12 on a terrific afternoon here in Lincoln. Terrific morning and afternoon. I guess it's still morning technically, 7 more minutes, right? Willits helped off the field. He's being looked at on the sideline.
Yep, able to get off. I think he got a little foot got caught there in the turf, so hopefully he is all right.
Second down and 8, Schulting. Quick hitter out to Bramer. Bramer stopped right there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 1.
Everything right where you need it, Mike. Just keep it down 3rd and 1. Get your first down. Keep the chains moving. Keep the football. Get a score here.
That's good for a first down on the carry by Christensen, and maybe a face mask in there as well. They might tack on 15 more.
Yep, so you're probably going to get a face mask here. Got a little high on the tackle. Turn his, went to wrap up, just got a little bit of a piece of the headgear.
Face mask. Defense, number 41. 5-yard penalty from the end of the run. Yardage results in a first down.
So he's going to pop in there. Yep. Just a little high. Hand on the mask. Unfortunate, but going to happen.
So 1st and 10 from the 49. Schulting back to pass again. Looks downfield. Has a man out there. Pulled down by Bramer inside the 15, down to the 11. Bramer with the grab. And they're going to say Bramer had the catch and was down.
Now, this isn't a normal play, right? You're in double coverage. You're being held, and you still pursue down the field. Oh, so just single coverage. Makes the catch, has possession of the ball, knees down, ball comes out. That's a great play by a future Husker. Yep, Ben Bramer.
40-yard reception for Bramer. And now the keep here is Schulting. Schulting in there for the touchdown, and Pierce responds.
Great answer there by Pierce, and it's probably going to be a big key to the 4th quarter of this game is using the quarterback, okay? Everybody so far in anything they've tried to do has been accounted for. The quarterback is the unaccounted for man a lot of the times. When you have a big body like Bramer who's going to get double coverage or get a lot of attention, that quarterback now has to maybe toe a little bit more. So maybe see Schulting carrying a little bit more in the rest of the 3rd and 4th quarter.
Valverde in there to kick the extra point. Knocks it through.
For all my offensive line fans out there, I don't know if you saw that on the replay, but Mr. Raby introduced himself.
Said hello.
said hello to Braxton Bohr. Braxton's nothing against you or Braxton's parents. I mean, no disrespect. Everybody gets got. And that's a big body that got out in front and introduced himself.
No doubt. Hey, tomorrow on Nebraska Public Media World, join Michael Severe, Jay Moore, Sean Callahan on Big Red Wrap-Up as they look at highlights from the Wisconsin game and discuss what is ahead for the Huskers during Friday's game against Iowa. Don't miss the special Big Red Wrap-Up Wednesday night, 7 Central. That's tomorrow night, 7 Central on World, and again at 10 p.m. Central on Nebraska Public Media. Make sure you send in your questions ahead of time to bigred@nebraskapublicmedia.org or on our Facebook page. Nebraska went into that 3.5-point favorite, then gets pulled off the board when Martinez it's announced that he won't play.
Do we have to say for entertainment purposes only, or can we just let it rip?
Yeah, not anymore.
All right, great.
I think you have to.
Yeah, that was a little different. Yeah. but I guess if you ever wondered the Adrian Martinez value, it's 5 points in Vegas. In Vegas terms.
There you go. Take it to the 8-yard line. Back to about the 24, and Pierce maybe with a little bit of juice here. Late in this 3rd quarter, 31-19, try to get back into it.
One of the fun things to see in high school football, right, is we've seen Lakeview be able to take advantage of their left. So Pierce's right side of their kickoff team, okay? Adjustments get made. Kids go down and make plays. And, you know, they tried to run it back to the right side of the Pierce kickoff team. They were there to make the play this time. Good to see those adjustments getting made by those young men.
So Lakeview, 31-19 lead, 1:49 to go here in the 3rd.
Get a control first down here. I'd like to see them keep that about second, 7,
Yeah,
8.
yep. Van Cleve with a nice carry.
Mr. Van Cleve says, no, we much prefer 2nd and 3. It's a good block on the edge there by Jorge Garcia again, right? Sealing off the edge. Guy's playing with some pain. He's got a little bit of a bum ankle. He's got a knee brace on. For a lot of these guys, no tomorrow. No need to take a day off. You're going to play as much as you can.
Here's Van Cleve again into the pile. Van Cleve leans forward. That's out to the 35 and enough for a first down.
Lakeview now is just going to welcome you to the grindhouse. They're just going to try to grind this thing out, first down after first down after first down. They will have the win in the 4th quarter. So now you got to make something happen here for Pierce. Probably see Pierce start to take a little bit more chances on defense just to see if they can create some chaos, maybe get another turnover.
Blauser this time out of the shotgun. Give to Van Cleve again, who cuts it back up. Van Cleve puts the shoulder pad down. And a nice gain on first again by Van Cleve of 9.
The coaching staff wasn't wrong at Pierce. You need to know where he is at all times. They had him in a little bit of a fullback, slot type position there. Ran him on a little mini reverse. I'm able to turn up the field. Again, you see the power that goes along with the speed. He's able to run a guy over, pick up a couple more yards, put you in 2nd and 1.
Likely the final play of the 3rd quarter upcoming. Brock Mahoney is behind Blauser. Give again to Van Cleve, who gets the first down out to the 46-yard line.
Chains keep moving, clock keeps running. They'll get him set and start back up, and that will end the 3rd quarter.
So the first 36 minutes are gone here in Lincoln. We've got 12 left, 4th quarter upcoming. Lakeview with a 31-19 lead.
It may be small, but this little bean fuels power. It powers a food industry as a source of protein. It's a fuel that powers diesel engines while reducing emissions. It powers a state economy and bottom lines. And it powers the rest of the world as a Nebraska export. Yeah, it may be small, but we're finding more ways for this little bean to power Nebraska.
Participating in multiple Nebraska high school activities has taught me the value of teamwork.
I learned how to be a strong leader among my peers.
We set goals as a team and work hard to accomplish them.
I strive to excel not only in the classroom but on the playing field.
The Nebraska School Activities Association providing opportunities in 25 activities for our member high schools. NSAA activities, the other half of education.
Look who's looking on. How cool would it be to have Pierce and Lakeview out there playing and Adrian Martinez looking on? I want to wish that young man all the best. Just a class individual, has laid it all on the line for Nebraska. Regardless of what his decisions are moving forward, been a class act.
Yeah, I mean, there's love him or hate him. He's a great kid. He's a great human being.
Yep.
I don't know if I would want to stand there. It seems like a lot of autographs would be asked for.
Yeah, a lot of pictures, right?
Yep.
As soon as they start realizing, oh wait, Adrian's down there?
Yeah.
Let's get out of the field to Sean.
Guys, yeah, you mentioned all the pictures. There were a couple young boys sitting there, and he actually waved them down. Come on down, guys, get a selfie. And the group of cell phones have quickly found their way to Section 31 here at Memorial Stadium.
Yeah, we just saw 1, 2, 3 running down there. There go a couple others running back down there again. All of a sudden.
He's just a good kid, man. It's good to see good people, you know. He doesn't have to. I had a couple teammates that didn't like doing those things. They shall remain nameless, but good to see him embracing that role. Oh, had a blown coverage there. Pierce dodges a bullet.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, sometimes that's all right. Just dodge that bullet. I believe that was number 17. It was 18. Anyway, he was running wide open. So a little blown coverage there, but pass missed. Just survive.
Right.
It's funny how many times in a game coaches will be like, hey, what happened? They're like, I don't know, but they didn't get it, so we're good. Like, we'll fix it. We'll fix it later.
We'll look at it, yeah. Let's keep moving. Here we go. Next play.
We will address that at a different time.
Important third down here for Pierce. They need a stop. Down 31-19. We're in the fourth. Rolling to his right. Under pressure. Got it away. Ooh, nearly a pick. Stepping in front of it. Almost had it.
Caden Johnson. This is just a good break on the ball. Sees it from his safety spot. Oh, right through his fingers. Unfortunate for Caden Johnson, but knocks the ball down, forces the punt. Pierce gonna get the ball back. Little short motion there with Tessendorf, try to slide him out in the flat. Maybe see if we can get him lost in traffic. Good play there by the safety.
Lausner punts it away. Takes a crooked hop and picked up. Turn it out to the 25-yard line. Flag on the play on the return by Schulting.
Flag down on the play. I have no idea what that could be at that spot. Gutsy play here by Schulting. Ball's taking a little hopper.
Going sideways, yeah.
Picks it up. Yeah, why not? See what we can get.
Now this is going to back Pierce up as they're heading back toward their own goal line.
On the return, block in the back. Number 7 of the return team. Half the distance to the goal from the spot of the foul. First down.
Huh. Can you review those?
Yeah, so no, that is
sure.
Yeah. Yep, that's not one of the reviewable plays. But, Valverde gets called for the block in the back.
Unfortunate there, but main point of it, you have the football, you have opportunity.
First down and 10. Give right up the middle. Good gain on first down and a power run by Matt Christensen.
Really well blocked play there. Got engaged. But look at this here, right? Little down block on the shade. Stands him up. That 78 Husk. Big kid. Big kid. That's a load to move in there. So credit to the guard there, to the right guard on that one.
Good gain on first down of about 5 yards. Brings up second down and 5. And the carry once again by Christensen.
As we talked about, Pierce here playing that wide front. Now Lakeview is in a little bit wider front. Looks like they may move a guy down on the nose a little bit, or on the center a little bit more. But credit to those kids to take advantage of those opportunities.
Back to throw. Out of the flat, caught by Bramer. Bramer breaks one tackle. Past the 30. Draws a crowd to the 32. That's enough for a first down.
The timing on this throw by Schulting is
really good.
So good, I can't even comment on it.
Yep.
Bramer is not even out of his break. He just rips it. Right as he turns his head, there's the ball. Oh, Van Cleve's in there trying to get that thing out, though.
Well, you were saying during the break, Schulting 11 of 15, 220 passer rating above 230. Now there's a good carry on first down. Once again, Christensen out to the 40-yard line, and Pierce on the move.
It's one of those good ones like, hey, Abram, how did your day go? I had a 229 passer rating, so I think it was okay. Pierce, the momentum continues right now. We got it in a down where you can take a shot, right? You're second and 2-3. So now it's okay to rip one down the field so we can have maybe create a little confusion.
They fake the toss.
Get your other tight end dragging across the
downfield. Still eyes downfield. Oh. Very near a first down on 2nd and 2. He scrambles back to about the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of a half yard. It's still going to bring up 3rd down and 2.
Good play there by Daniel Carnes. didn't get juked there. Schulting might have juked himself. He had a move in mind there, and sometimes the brain goes a little bit faster than the body will, but
I don't know if you saw Bramer there. He didn't like the spot. He said the ball was right there.
Oh, yeah. And
helping out.
He will have it to the blade of turf.
There is Abram Schulting. You see his Class C1 ranked second in passing yards, first in touchdowns. And look at his numbers today.
That is not a bad day at all. And then I think we got to update those. I think we're 11 for 15.
Yeah, I think you're right.
A couple more yards added on there. It always helps to have a 6'4" tight end receiver. Quarterbacks always like those guys a lot.
11 of 15, 221, 2 touchdowns for Abram Schulting. Third down and 2.
Big thing here for me, and I doubt, I highly doubt it will happen. But you don't want to try to get too cute here, right? Me personally, I would like to hear a hard count. Maybe try to pump something on 2, get the first down, and then go from there. Or you have to have one that you trust more than anything, that you know is going to get you this 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, Bramer was still talking about the spot as he walked off the field.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice give right up the middle. Coontrod enough for the first, still on his feet.
Field goal.
Coontrod inside Lakeview territory down to the 47 of the Vikings.
When in doubt, give it to your fullback, senior, and let him do his thing. And as I told you, my man does not shy away from contact. Like, he has no problem. He is full-blown about that life. He will hit and be hit and smile the whole time.
Back to throw again, looking downfield out into the flat. Nice grab and near side. Looks like it was Addison. Nope, check that. That was Bramer. Ben Bramer with the grab.
Then Mason Veer got some coverage. That's a good thing about football, right? That's a good coverage, good route, good pass, good catch. Sometimes everything you can do right, and it still works out for the offense.
Quarterback draw, trying to get that first down. It will be very near the first down, down to the 37-yard line. Needed the 37 for the first down. They will say he's got it.
Side judge with a quick spot there.
Very quick.
Keep him moving.
Quick spot, quick decision.
Yep. And as a coach, you're in for that. Right? The more that stalls out and somebody says, hey, let's get a measurement. No, that's not.
Plenty of time left, 7:30 to go. Pierce with a good drive. Started back inside their own 10. Bramer again, near side. Schulting and Bramer.
Just good pitch, good catch. They're switching up coverage a lot, right? You'll see Virgats on him. You'll see Boer on him. You'll see Ben Cleve on him. You got guys like switching up all the looks, so that makes that difficult even for the quarterback, because sometimes those defensive backs break differently on the ball, and then the space they're giving him is different. So it's really quite a sight to watch these kids do this.
Bramer 10 catches, 122 yards. On the reverse and the carry by Christensen, and a nice gain for Christensen. Picks up the first down.
Momentum starting to shift to the Pierce side of things. This is just a little backside tag, right? You're going to give it to the wing, the tackle and guard pull. Great kick out there by the tackle. He fills through the hole, able to pick up the linebacker, positive yardage, and a first down.
Give up the middle. There is Coontrod again. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Depth is going to be a thing here, right? Who has more guys that can rotate in? Both teams rotated in a bunch. When you rotate that in, you got to make sure nothing drops off. Everybody's got to pull their weight. And so you're going to see guys are getting a little bit fatigued. We'll see how the second team guys can help out in this game now. See if they can pull their weight and help their squad win.
Current drive, 6 first downs, 11 plays, 73 yards. 2.5 minutes in time of possession. Looks under pressure, looks into the end zone. Just misses the intended receiver, Caden Johnson. Boy, the pressure in his face, if he had one more tick, it's probably right on the spot.
Yep, we need about a 1/10 of a second, and it was Ostin again getting in there. Really, really good design here. And I apologize, I hit the reallys a lot. But on this play, Bramer runs a corner route, and then we have a post route behind it, and it is going to be hit for a touchdown if they get that 1/10 of a second of pass protection. Good effort there by Caden Johnson, laying out, giving everything he can for it, though.
So if you're the Jays here, you playing 2 plays to get the 9?
Yeah, yep.
And a timeout taken by the Vikings. So Columbus Lakeview will take its second timeout here of this second half, 6:14 to go.
When you're coming over in this, you can probably have your discipline check, right? Hey, watch anything, count-wise. We don't want to give them a free 5. 3rd and 4 play calls are a lot different than 3rd and 9 play calls.
Right.
Any kind of shifting motion, that type of stuff, make sure you got responsibility. And then trusting your eyes, right? Your eyes on your reads as you're looking at them. You got to trust those as you're going through this. Just basically deferring back to your discipline on your defensive side of the ball. On offense, it's the same thing. Hey, if we do decide to get funky with the count here, don't jump. Right. Because 3rd and 9 and 3rd and 14 are 2 different play calls. So please stay disciplined. We trust you to do this. Let's go out and get these 9 yards and continue down the field.
Third down and 8 upcoming for Pierce. In the middle of a 12-play drive that's chewed up 4 minutes, 50 seconds of the clock. And this is the kind of drive, if you're Pierce, down by 12, you have to punch it in the end zone. With 6:14 to go in the 4th. So Coontrod in the backfield along with Schulting. Motion across. Looking across and just behind Johnson.
Just a touch behind, a little bit of pressure in his face. They did have now we were probably trying to sneak our jet motion guy back out of the backfield like before. Lakeview stays on top of it this time, right? He's looking back for it. It was covered well this time. Just a little behind. You'd love to see Johnson be able to make that catch, but unfortunately he did not.
Braxton Bohr was there in coverage, and if he does lead him a little bit, Bohr might be able to step in front of that as well. So here it is, big one, 4th down. They failed on 2 4th downs early, and we've got motion in the backfield. And that's going to be a 5-yard penalty and bring up 4th down now and 14 for the Blue Jays.
Unfortunate there to have that happen.
Dead ball. False start. 74 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Skylar Simpson, unfortunately, just got a little antsy there. Crowd noise got a little bit more. People got a little bit of hype, and you think you hear something, you don't. So unfortunate there, but we'll see if Pierce can overcome it.
Go back to the first quarter. It was 2 big 4th down stops for Columbus Lakeview that gave them the lead. Under pressure again, goes back across, wide open, caught, Coontrod, touchdown, Pierce. What a play on 4th down.
What a call. What a call on 4th and 14.
Coontrod with 2 big receptions for touchdowns for the Blue Jays.
Everybody checking everybody. Little ball fake across. Coontrod knows he is open. He sprinted out of that thing, and he was gone. Have a day. Have a day, Mr. Coontrod.
Valverde's extra point is wide, no good. Still a 6-point game.
Still good. So, 1-score game. Good catch, good concentration. John,
yeah.
I love the kids that celebrate, right? It's a couple yards away yet there.
Yep,
they know this is done. They know this is a done deal.
That was a big one. Big 4th down conversion for Pierce. We've got a game here in the 4th. 6:01 to go, and that was a 92-yard drive. Closed out on a 24-yard 4th and 14 play to Michael Coontrod.
Coach walks over and says, hey, great catch, good touchdown. All right, you're on kickoff team, and I'm going to need you to run down the field real fast.
Go hit somebody.
Please make a tackle. Really super excited for your touchdown, but kind of need you.
Here we go.
But a player on the field, and there's a few of them out there that will accept it. Number 44 is one of them. He will gladly be out there and get the chance to play more.
If you'd like a copy of these state high school championships, you can get one. Just call 800-868-1868 or visit nebraskapublicmedia.org. They're $19.95 plus shipping and handling. You can relive all of these exciting moments for years to come. And this is coming down to the wire here in Class C1. 31-25, Lakeview on top. Remember the last time these two played, it was a one-point game, and boy, we're heading there again.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Short hop is picked up, still on his feet, out near midfield, and we're going to have a face mask that's going to add to the end of this play. And it's going to put the Vikings into Pierce territory.
There's an outside chance here. I thought we, oh, yeah, got a face mask there. I thought we had a block in the back as well, but I think the face mask is the only one that's going to stick.
Personal foul. Face mask. Number 4, the kicking team. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
So that was the personal foul variety, and it is 15 yards, and Lakeview is in Blue Jay territory with 5:54 to go and a 6-point lead. Now, we'll see what the Blue Jays defense can do and if Lakeview can keep it rolling offensively. From the shotgun, Blaser is back there along with Turnus. Give to Turnus, and he is hit right at the line of scrimmage for maybe a gain of 1. Great play by Tristan Keeler, who has 142 total tackles on the year.
This is how you feel.
Yes, it is.
If you want to try to run in the middle, this is how a linebacker fills a hole. He gets in there, gets low, takes the running back down. It makes a big play for his team. Got him in 2nd and 9.
Van Cleve in the backfield. And the give is to Van Cleve. Steps it outside. Van Cleve with a nice move. Van Cleve near side. He's got some room. Look out. Here's Van Cleve inside the 15, down to the 12-yard line. And great carry by Adam Van Cleve.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Watch the jump cut here, even further outside. Still got another one coming outside a little bit wider. The kid can play. He can flat out play. Schulting just hesitated for a second. You'd love to see him just attack on that. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. Van Cleve up the sideline.
Down to the 12, Van Cleve again. This time the pressure up the middle once again by Keeler disrupts the play, and a loss for the Vikings.
Point now where guys are selling out. Any and everything you got. That tackle was made by Keeler's back. He had shot the gap. He was on the ground. He's like, I'm flailing everything I have. If I hit him, I'm going to trip him and knock him down. Important here for Pierce now, where you're at on the field. If you can get the guy stood up, everybody comes in and starts to try to strip it. Make it go that way until the referee blows the play dead. To do that, you got to get your hands on it.
Direct snap to Van Cleve. Van Cleve far side. Didn't quite get the edge. Great support there from the linebacker, Schulting.
Max Cooper in on the tackle as well. Job there by the end, stringing that out. Allowing the linebacker and the safety both to get up and help him out on the tackle. Excellent play by 89 there.
Third down and 8 here for the Vikings. Ball right at the 10.
A little bit of confusion. Yep.
And a timeout. Final timeout taken for Columbus Lakeview. That's their third and final.
Coach Frenzen not going to be real stoked about that one.
Nope.
Nope. That was not ideal for the fellas. But take the timeout. Get everybody on the same page.
Let's go down to the field to Sean Callahan.
Guys, it will be interesting, the approach here on third down. Does Lakeview want to set things up and get a field goal and lay the knockout blow and go up by 9? Are they going to, how are they going to play this thing? The wind on this end of the stadium obviously behind them, so it is ideal kicking positions to try to put this game away at the field goal.
Yeah, Mason Klug has been good as well. He hit from 33 earlier in the game. And the field goal would give them the 9-point lead with probably inside 4 minutes to go. And those missed extra points now could loom large.
You hate it when those things come back to haunt you. Yeah. Maybe it's something with the stadium.
Here we go, third down and 8. Blaser in the shotgun to his left. Turnus. Blaser will keep it. He's got room up the middle. Touchdown! Colby Blaser with the keeper and the touchdown. And Lakeview extends its lead.
This play is set up from the success they've had running Van Cleve underneath there, and you watch everybody fly past. Blaser keeps the ball, right? How many times have we seen Van Cleve on that play? He takes it around the corner, he gets 2, 3, 4, 5 yards. Not this time. Quarterback keeps it into the end zone, almost untouched, to score the touchdown. Great call there by Frenzen and staff.
This will be against Lakeview, I believe. Nope, they're going to say it's against the Bluejays.
Dead ball. Encroachment on the defense. Half the distance to the goal. Retry.
Oh, yeah. Yep. 2-point conversion cup coming now. You can have that half yard or that yard and a half. You feel comfortable, you can get a yard and a half.
Rolling to his right. 2-point try, no good. Still 37-25. 12-point advantage for Columbus Lakeview. 4:07 to go.
If you get it up there, you put it up 14, you're putting pressure back on the kicker to make the extra points if you are able to score 2 touchdowns. So it's a smart play by Friends and Step. That call there, that had been set up from the successes of earlier plays. And that's when you know as a staff you got some stuff cooking when you can do those. And we've seen both teams be able to succeed at both of those things. So it's cool to see these guys work and the kids execute on the field.
Well, not over yet. Still 4 minutes to go, and a decent passing game for Pierce as Schulting is 14 of 20 for 263. 14 completions, 263 yards through the air.
Rating dropped down just a skosh, only to 220.
Right. Bramer has 113 yards receiving. Coontrod has 105. Coontrods, too, have been on great breaks out of the backfield, wide open, both for touchdowns.
So how far into the bag of tricks now can Coach Bramer go, right? You've been able to slide your running back out of the backfield a couple times. I'm guessing that's probably going to be vanquished. So now can you put your big, tall receiver / tight end back in motion, get him activated in the game, get him more catches, more touches. It'll be fun to see what they decide to do here.
I think you empty it out, don't you?
I think you got
whatever you got now.
Yep.
Cross over the middle, intended for Bramer, just a bit behind him. Incomplete, second down.
So the tough part about this is gaining the 10 is as important as getting down. It's such a cruel marriage because you can find yourself in 3rd and 12, and then like, all right, where do we go from here?
Rolling to his right under pressure and dropped. Big play on the sack for the Vikings, and that's number 25, Brock Mahoney.
If you watch Mahoney here, Mahoney has this thing diagnosed out, comes off a block, and there's no getting away. He's wrapped at the hip, gave him a little roll, spin over to the ground. Big play by that young man.
3rd down and 19. It's got a lot more dicey for the Blue Jays. Out of the field comes Addison Krogan. Under pressure again and dropped again, and now just pinning the ears back for the Vikings. And there's Eli Ostin again.
Seemed to go away for a little bit, but he's been there the whole time. Just a straight bull rush, takes over the center, takes over the running back, who really doesn't have much of a chance just due to size, and able to get the sack. Good for the big man there, getting the sack during the state championship game.
Timeout here taken by Bramer. It looks like he was sitting on the punting unit, wants to talk it over. Yeah, tough decision here, right? Still 240. You punt it away. You don't know if you get it back. You're down 2 touchdowns. You almost need the touchdown here. But if you don't get it,
when you get in those spots, right, you're down 2 scores, you got to start to. The success on 1st down is so huge. They ran the crossing route. Little confusion from the receivers. The throw is a little behind. Now you're behind the sticks, and then you're getting into doing things that cause pressure. The defense knows, hey, they got to get 10. We can just let this thing rip. We can go at this as hard as we want. If they slide a draw or run a fullback underneath us for 10 yards, great. I have linebackers waiting to tackle them. So it creates such a huge advantage for the defense when you are behind the sticks like that.
4th down and 21. They're going to go for it.
Yep.
Here is Schulting in the shotgun. Under pressure again. He has some room near side. Pulled out of bounds and stopped on 4th down. Great closing speed by Brock Mahoney. Once again, 2 big plays for Mahoney in that set of downs.
Brock Mahoney has got some absolute jets. I mean, he closes the distance on this. Unfortunately, here, we've got a good swim move inside there. Forces the quarterback out of the pocket. He's running for his life. Mahoney closes it down, secures the tackle. And in 2:33, a potential state championship for Columbus Lakeview.
Pierce with only 1 timeout left, and it looks like Columbus Lakeview will be able to run this one out with a 2-touchdown lead, up 37-25. Only the 2nd time ever that Columbus Lakeview has been in a state championship game. The last was back in 1990, 31 years ago. They've never won a state title. They finished runner-up that year. And so Columbus Lakeview is just ticks away from that school's first ever state championship.
On the play that Van Cleve has made quite famous, Mr. Tessendorf comes around the corner. 2 arms around the football, heads up the field, gets tackled, and the clock continues to burn.
They will let this play clock run all the way down before the snap. 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, they will wait for the arm hand signals to start turning back before they snap anything.
Hand it off. No gain for Tessendorf. Brings up 3rd down. And a timeout taken by Pierce. So Pierce will use its final timeout here with 1:33 to go. 3rd down and 5.
Wondered what was going to happen there. If in this game of football, there is going to be no white flag woven. Like there's going to be no surrendering. If I have a timeout, I'm going to call this.
Yep.
There is a lot of respect between the 2 teams, so I would say Coach Friends is probably designing a play to get 5 yards.
Yep.
I think as you progress up levels from C to B to A, it gets a little more, okay, you want to call timeout?
Here we go.
Here we go. But these two guys have the utmost respect for them. The staffs have the utmost respect for each other as well. So I would say we're getting 5. And we'll let the clock turn.
That'll be it. Yep.
Yep.
Or if they don't, they'll go for it on 4th and try to get it.
Correct.
Same thing, try to run out the clock. So this is 3rd down, 5 to go. Neither team with timeouts remaining. 2-touchdown lead for Lakeview. Plenty of room in the keep. And run out of bounds, and that'll stop the clock.
Yep.
And that should do it. Is now it's just take an E time.
Nice play, he's in there. Knew you could get outside of that.
Blaser with the first. Let's go down to the field to Sean Callahan.
Guys, as Kirk Ferentz closing in on Columbus Lakeview's first state championship, he said the words every coach loves to say right now: victory, victory, as they get ready to nail it out here to ice the state championship.
Kirk Ferentz still here, I guess.
The best formation in all of football. If you are a Columbus Lakeview fan, the victory formation.
That's right.
Shout out and congratulations though to Coach Bramer, Coach Legate, Simmons, Dora, Painter, and Schulting. They did a hell of a job, and this is year 3 for them in the state championship game. Well, that's quite an accomplishment.
Well, you could feel his intensity at halftime in that interview with Sean, and Kurt Frenzen will be a state champ. It'll be a first ever state championship for the Lakeview Vikings.
You and his crew. You got Coach Bargan, Kruger, Nielsen, Biggs, Reinhardt, Lezak, Rudloff, Cross, and Kobza. Cross, my kind of guy. Old lineman, both out there in shorts, had a big old beard. They put in a ton of work into their families. Shout out to all the coaches' families. It's a full team thing.
Looks like they're going to have to snap it one more time as there's just a couple second differential. And they're going to do it right now. Get lined up. Take it so they can celebrate. As the celebration has already started on the sideline, and there it is. State champs for the first time. The Vikings of Columbus Lakeview take home the title.
Quite a game and quite a way to start the day. It was a fun game to call. Well played by both teams. Little mistakes made on both sides, but overcome. And congratulations to both teams on making it. And congratulations to Coach Frenzen and Columbus Lakeview on a state championship.
So the two teams will line it up for the congratulatory handshakes. But your state champs from Columbus Lakeview, it's the Vikings.
Live streaming for the NSAA championships are also available at the Nebraska Public Media website and on the free Nebraska Public Media app.
Day after day, for over a year, I saw no one except my family. It was a family like none that you know. But I'm a mother, it seems, and these are my children. And soon enough, like all children, they'll leave home, and I suppose my heart will be broken. But for now, this is my life as a turkey.
Wednesday night at 7 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
For more than 30 years, Ken Burns has been telling America's stories. Now, for the first time, you can stream the Ken Burns collection with PBS Passport. From intimate portraits of exceptional Americans to the epic sweep of a nation at war. From our pastime to our music, our darkest hours, to our national treasures. More than 24 films. The Ken Burns Collection. Stream now with PBS Passport.
I don't think they ever thought they were sending their children off to die. They stripped them of culture. They just became a number.
Right away, I knew I had to go.
We believe that we can't move forward until all of our ancestors are back home with us.
Tonight on World.
Coverage of the 2021 NSAA High School Football Championships on Nebraska Public Media is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, the Nebraska Public Power District, Nebraska Kubota Dealers, Nebraska Corn Board, Aurora Cooperative, and Constellation Energy. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Welcome back inside Memorial Stadium, where Columbus Lakeview has just won its first ever state championship, 37-25 over the Pierce Bluejays. Time now for medals and trophies. Let's head to Steve Lemon.
The Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. Presentations will be made by NSAA Executive Director Jay Beller, NSAA Board of Directors Kathy Wieskamp from Lincoln Public Schools, Dr. John Cerny from Bancroft Rosalie, Thomas Lee from Omaha Westview, Ryan Rule from Centura, and U.S. Bank Representative Devani Placide. Here are the awards for runner-up Pierce High School. Head coach Mark Bramer and his assistant will present the silver medals. Players, please come forward as your name is called. Number 1, Ritter A. Strike. Number 2, Caden Freilich. Number 3, Matthew Christensen. Number 4, Evan Willits. Number 5, Caleb Newman. Number 7, Keenan Valdeverde. Number 8, Gavin Sullivan. Number 11, Colton Cooper. Number 12, Dion Watts. Number 13, Carter Wolf. Number 14, Caden Johnson. Number 15, Benjamin Bramer. Number 16, Jackson Waholtz. Number 17, Abram Schulting. Number 18, Colby Anderson. Number 19, Jaden Coulter. Number 21, Keegan Larson. Number 24, Benjamin Bowling. Number 25, Seth Premer. Number 26, Turner Wolf. Number 28, Trevin Larson. Number 30, Keaton Weeder. Number 38, Nicholas Harvey. Number 44, Michael Kunterud. Number 45, Tristan Keeler. Number 48, Caden Mosel. Number 50, Colton Fritz. Number 51, Keaston Fansteel. Number 52, Trevor Montgomery. Number 53, Tate Reinke. Number 54, Camden Jansen. Number 55, Grant Snodgrass. Number 56, Dawson Raby. Number 57, Dylan Rydell. Number 58, Xavier Buell. Number 59, Bodie Hoffman. Number 60, Zachary Meyer. Number 61, Jackson Zimmerman. Number 63, Braden Schwartz. Number 65, Carter Meyer. Number 66, Nicholas Erickson. Number 68, Corvin Fritz. Number 69, Colby Jensen. Number 72, Dakota Marks. Number 73, Jacob Rogge. Number 74, Skylar Simpson. Number 75, Clayton Carlson. Number 76, Luke Endorf. Number 77, Cooper Waholtz. Number 78, Tyson Parsons. Number 80, Addison Krogan. Number 81, Lucas Scrivener. Number 88, Wyatt Asmus. Number 89, Max Cooper. And the rest of the Pierce Blue Jays. And now for these outstanding athletes in their school, here is the 2021 NSAA Class C1 State Football Runner-Up Trophy. Congratulations, Pierce High School.
Nobody believed in us. Nobody believed in us.
And that's the way to accept the runner-up trophy, right? Proud, hold it up high, and be thrilled with your accomplishment. They've been down here for these seniors 3 consecutive years. They were here in 19, in 20, in 21 again. They won a state championship last year, finishing the runner-up this year, in an outstanding season for Mark Bramer and his Pierce Blue Jays. Time now to congratulate our champs from Columbus Lakeview. We go back to Steve Lemon.
And now to the champions, Columbus Lakeview High School. Head coach Kurt Frenzen, we have a special award for you.
Congratulations, that's an awesome game.
Coach Frenzen and his assistants will present the gold medals. Players, please come forward as your name is called. Number 2, Alec Langen. Number 3, Turner Halverson. Number 4, Brendan Slope. Number 5, Colby Blazer. Number 6, Yordi Dominguez. Number 7, Levi Lechalewski. Number 8, Jacob Dawson. Number 9, Maxwell Free Merrick. Number 10, Daniel Carnes. Number 11, Aiden Ramirez. Number 12, Clayton Thompson. Number 13, Mason Viergutz. Number 15, Freddie Leon. Number 18, Jacob Tensky. Number 19, William Hirota. Number 20, Nikolai Reynoldson. Number 21, Braxton Bohr. Number 22, Caleb Stubbert. Number 23, Owen Bargan. Number 25, Brock Mahoney. Number 28, Adam Van Cleve. Number 33, Miggy Cullum. Number 34, Cooper Tessendorf. Number 40, Kurt Schneider. Number 41, Landon Turnus. Number 42, Juan Rodriguez. Number 44, William Hickstein. Number 51, Jorge Garcia. Number 52, Jaden Jenkinson. Number 54, Eli Ostin. Number 55, Brennan Haruska. Number 56, Blake Anderson. Number 58, Isaac Stromberg. Number 59, Niles Schmidt. Number 60, Zach Anderson. Number 62, Ashton Stubbert. Number 64, Bert Adami. Number 65, Sebastian De La Cruz. Number 70, Braden Landkammer. Number 71, Travis Schock. Number 72, Dakota Redmond. Number 74, Carter Dietrich. Number 75, Lyle Kudron. Number 78, Hunter Schock. Number 79, Bo Mahoney. Number 80, Mason Klug. Number 81, Jordan Simons. And number 84, Keegan Novak. Presenting the championship game ball from Farmers Mutual, Nebraska is Director of Claims Training and Technology, Greg Helbush. Now for these outstanding athletes and their school, here is the 2021 NSAA Class C1 State Football Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Columbus Lakeview High School.
First ever state championship for Columbus Lakeview, convincing 37-25 is the final. Good balance offensively. Van Cleve with 73 rushing. Turnus with 59. 3 or 4 others with 20 to 30 yards. So good distribution and an outstanding state championship for Lakeview.
Yeah, really cool to see it all come down, and it's a great team effort. Went back and forth for a little bit. You're able to overcome some things, had some turnovers, and you emerge victorious, get the first state championship for the school in football. Really, really cool opportunity for these young men.
Sean Callahan is down on the sideline with the coach.
Hey guys, I'm with Kurt Frenzen, the victorious head coach from Columbus Lakeview. Coach, this team came together for you at the right time of year. What does it mean to get this first state championship and the way these kids fought on this playoff run to get it done today?
We talked about it. You know, they've been earning everything they've been getting, and today was a part of that as well too. We talked before the game. You don't deserve state championships; you earn state championships. Our guys went out and earned one today.
Total team effort with special teams, defense, really setting the tone, and then you got the big explosive plays as well on offense.
And we got them on defense. The scoop and score was huge. We got the explosive play on special teams with a fake field goal, and then we obviously, yeah, we did get some on offense as well too. A lot of eyes go to Adam Van Cleve, but boy, we had a lot of guys pitching in, getting the job done today.
You've been at Columbus Lakeview for a number of years. What does this championship mean to the community?
It means a great deal. Our community has stuck with us for a long time. It's a tough love kind of program. We're going to challenge our kids, and our parents and community let us be who we are here, and they know we have the best interest of our kids in mind, and our kids responded, and a great deal to that today. We gave them some tough love and challenged them at times they needed it most, and they responded. The world's not an easy place, and you know, kids need that from time to time, and our kids are a tough bunch of kids, and we couldn't be more pleased with them.
Well, Coach, congratulations. Let's bring in some of these state champions. All right, so we're going to bring in a couple of these state champions. Let's first go with Braxton Bohr. Braxton, you set the tone really of this playoff game with the scoop and score touchdown. How big did special teams and defense come up for you early in this game?
Oh yeah, we had a couple good plays there on special teams, that scoop and score, and Adam's big return, first play of the game, set the tone there.
What does this mean just to Columbus Lakeview? They've been around a long time. Kirk Frenzen has been here a long time. First state championship for Columbus Lakeview.
Yeah, it's crazy because, yeah, I mean, I'm just too happy right now. I don't even know.
Let's bring in Adam Van Cleve, a standout running back as he holds that trophy. How's that trophy feel in your hands?
Feels good. Feels good.
What does this mean for Columbus Lakeview? You guys have had a lot of good football teams in this program's history. First state championship.
It's just we've all bought in from this since a young age, all been a part in it, and I'm just so happy for coaches, the team, Lakeview as a whole. It's just great.
The playoff run that you guys had to come in, I mean, you were an underdog really through most of the bracket. How motivated was this team to kind of get through that gauntlet that you guys got through to get this done today?
Once we lost to these guys in week 2, we knew we could play with anyone in the state, and we really stood by that the rest of the year, and we went on to win this. So.
Well, Adam, congratulations on the state championship. Go enjoy it tonight.
Thank you.
All right, back upstairs to you.
Terrific game. I mean, really, Columbus Lakeview played well and played well at the right moments in the game.
That's what it matters. Like I tell, anytime you coach and you have a team that loses a game early, I'm like, listen, that they don't only give state championships to undefeated teams. Like they give them to 1- and 2-loss teams too. So just regroup. Try to peak at the right time, and that's what Columbus Lakeview did. With seeing the discipline, the intensity, everything they do at practice, you can see how that all factors in and why they are where they are today. 2
more state championships still coming your way. We'll be back here this afternoon in Class C2 for Bergen and Norfolk Catholic. That should be a terrific game. 2:30 right back here on Nebraska Public Media. Once again, our final, Columbus Lakeview, first time state champ. They win it over Pierce 37-25. For Sean Callahan, for Matt Verzal, I'm Larry Plutney. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here this afternoon at Memorial Stadium.